Hello and welcome once again. And in live and breaking news that we are getting, we've been informed that police officials will wait for family members if Assad Ahmed for a few more hours if no one comes to claim the dead body of Assad Ahmed, the son of Atik, the mafia don whose son was killed in an encounter yesterday. If no one comes to claim his dead body, then Jhansi police will hand over the body to Prayagraj police. Remember, Assad Ahmed is the son of mafia don Atik Ahmed and is one of the main accused. In fact, he was seen on CCTV camera in the Umesh Pal murder case. Assad was killed in an encounter yesterday in Jhansi. But no family members have as yet arrived to claim his body for the last rites. Assad has two other brothers who are older to him. He is, as far as we know, one of the youngest in the family. His mother is still absconding while his father is incarcerated in a Sabarmati jail. Joining me is my colleague Harsha Chandwani, who's covering and to bring us more details of what's happening. Harsha, what can you tell us about the kind of arrangements that have been put in place as far as the last rites of Assad are concerned? What are the police saying? What are the authorities saying about what they expect?
Exactly, Rukma. Now showing you the visual straight from the Jhansi Medical College from outside the mortuary. As you can clearly see, I'll ask my camera person Surinder Rawat to show you the visuals of mortuary where the postmortem of Assad and Ghulam were done last night only at around 1 p.m. The postmortem of both the Assad and Ghulam started and it got concluded at around 2:10 p.m. These are the visuals from mortuary, and what we are learning from the police sources is that the police officials of Jhansi are going to wait for almost few hours more for the family members of Assad and Ghulam to arrive and claim the dead body. And if no one comes here, then the Jhansi police is going to hand over the dead body to the Prayagraj police later on. And all procedure has to be done today only, as you all know that today is Friday. It is Jummah and this entire area is very sensitive. So Jhansi police doesn't want to take any sort of they don't want to wait anyways to make the dead bodies here only or wait furthermore for the family members to arrive. So what we are learning is that they will wait for almost 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock for the family members to arrive. But till now, the family members are not in touch with the police officials of Jhansi. No one has contacted the police officials of Jhansi or either Prayagraj to come and claim the body of both Assad and Ghulam. We already know that the family members of Ghulam have already cleared and made their statement that they are not going to claim the body and they are not going to perform the last rites of Ghulam on their own. So it is much possible that the police officials are going to conduct the last rites of Ghulam. But what about Assad? It was earlier stated by Vijay Mishra, the lawyer of Atik Ahmed, that the Nana and Mama of Assad will be coming here to claim the body of Assad. But till now, there's no clue of exactly where are the family members. Have they arrived from Prayagraj to Jhansi or not? Or whether what is the time when they will be coming here to claim the body? Let me show you the visuals because the security has been tightened in this entire area. Let me give you a sense of the place from where I am reporting. It is the Jhansi Medical College, where after encounter the dead body of Assad and Ghulam was brought here, and the committee and the panel of 5 doctors was constituted to do the entire postmortem of both Assad and Ghulam, and the postmortem has already been concluded. So the wait is of the family members. Police doesn't want to wait for the entire day. Almost a day has passed and they have been waiting for the family members to arrive yesterday only, and from yesterday to till now there have been no word from the side of any relative or family members of Assad or Ghulam. So this is the latest what we are gathering from here, Jhansi. But what we saw in the FIR copy, because now we have got the detailed FIR copy of the encounter where the UP Deputy SP of STF has clearly mentioned that they already had an intel they already have an information through the informer that first of all Guddu Muslim was hiding near Paricha power plant when they came there, but Guddu Muslim already fled from that area. But they already knew that Asad and Gulam were nearby that area only. They were hiding from the nabbing of police officials in Jhansi only when they got the information from the informer that they are going to the Paricha area from the Kaspa Chirgaon. At that time only the police officials put the barricade and the checking was started and checking was being done when they were nabbed from that very area. So how the entire encounter took place for more than 1.5 months. Police search operation team were after all the sharpshooters, Asad as well, to nab them because they were accused in Umeshpal murder case who was murdered by Asad, his sharpshooters Guddu Muslim, Sabir, all of them on 24th of February. And Umeshpal was a very important key witness in the murder of Raju Pal, the BSP leader. So this all becomes very much important. So though we are getting a several reaction from different political parties as well, but Yogi government has congratulated the police officials on conducting this massive crackdown. Again, Rukma, once again showing you the visuals from outside mortuary. So we have to wait and watch till 11 or 12 o'clock to see if the family members of Asad or Gulam will reach here to claim the body or not. The entire weight is of the family members. Rukma, back to you.
Well, many thanks, Harsha, for joining us there and for bringing us up to speed on that. We'll be back with you later in the day for more. Let's move on now to some other breaking news that we're getting. In the United States, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman called upon members of the G20 to agree that a globally coordinated understanding would be required not only to deal with the challenges posed by crypto assets, but also to regulate them. So the Finance Minister, who is in the United States to attend the G20 spring meetings as well as various meetings of the IMF, speaking there about crypto regulation, calling for crypto regulation in the United States. So in the Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman speaking there and addressing the members of the G20 as she participates in various meetings that are being held. These are the spring meetings that are underway in the United States. She calls for crypto regulation. It's a big statement by India's Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman. She said crypto assets should be regularized globally. India has always insisted that crypto has to be regulated, that it has to be monitored in the proper way. Now the Finance Minister making that statement, making that contention clear on the world stage.
I am glad to say there is a greater acceptance among all G20 members that any action on crypto assets will have to be global. And therefore, that's, I think, one of the biggest advantage that the G20 and its members agree that it's not going to be possible to have an independent standalone country dealing with the crypto assets, and that it has to have a globally coordinated some kind of a understanding on how to go about regulating crypto assets. The way in which we are seeing this pan out during our presidency is that IMF's paper is being discussed, FSB's paper also will be taken up, synthesis paper will be prepared between the IMF paper and the FSB's paper, both put together. Also a discussion will happen in September, October. End of the day, we see a roadmap being readied on how and what kind of understanding the members of G20 have in this, and it can be taken further forward on specific actions of regulation as and when the G20 takes a call on it. I don't want to preempt the decision, obviously I cannot, the decision which the Council will take, but good work by FSB, good work by IMF, also indicating the direction of just not crypto assets being somewhat in the terrain of yet to be regulated, but the consciousness that crypto assets, particularly those which are outside of the central bank, being not backed by any sovereign asset, can themselves cause macroeconomic instability. So today we are at a position to see how countries are now recognizing that it is not just a crypto asset regulatory issue where countries will have to come together, but the IMF dealing with it has also brought in this dimension that there can be issues of macroeconomic stability itself. And today I'm very glad to have heard the European Central Bank chief, Christine Lagarde, speak about specific example of how money have been routed into this operation, resulting in too many such companies who are getting involved in it, raising questions of where the trail is. So it was very substantive discussion, and the agreement that all of them had was that yes, it has got to be globally handled.
And joining me now, well, viewers, you heard what the finance minister said regarding cryptocurrency. India's stand on that. Joining me on the broadcast is my senior executive editor, Abhishek Kapoor, to take us through the statements once again, and break them down about as far as the implications, about what they mean. Abhishek, it's over to you.
Well, so Finance Minister there as the chair of the G20 Finance Ministers Central meeting, telling commenting on the crypto question that was asked, and it's really a matter of discussion both in the first meeting that took place in Bengaluru in India and now in Washington DC in the United States. That's the pattern. 2 meetings of the finance ministers, central bank governors happen during the entire year for G20 event cycle. And remember, India has been quicker than the rest of the economy in terms of understanding between the finance minister Nirmala Sitharaman and the RBI governor Shaktikanta Das the implications of crypto insofar as macroeconomic stability is concerned. In fact, RBI was the first one to flag these issues, including the misuse or abuse of crypto for terror financing, for drug trade, the impossibility of finding the trails, the money trail, and then the aspect of how to tax it, and the fact that you have to differentiate between crypto as a blockchain technology and the imperatives for macroeconomic finance, and not just for individual economy, but for global economy taken together. So I think that issue was flagged earlier by India, by RBI, and it was subsequently taken up in the finance ministers and central bank governors meeting in Bengaluru. Some discussion paper was floated. Now movement has happened forward on that front in the dialogue that has happened in Washington DC. As the finance minister explained, the technology would obviously be one step ahead. It's just a matter of regulators coming together and building consensus so that you can offset any negative impact of the technology, and the crypto being one example of that. So I think someone had asked this question about crypto's use, abuse, misuse insofar as terror financing is concerned, the possibility in the year of the Ukraine war as well, and then the overall macroeconomic architecture, the impact on macroeconomic architecture. Finance minister there making it clear that India has taken a position, and she was glad that now increasingly rest of the world, including, for example, she gave the example of Christine Lagarde, the central banker for European Union, she also coming around to the view that this is some issue on which the world needs to, or the global economies need to come together and act together, and G20 platform being one of them. So obviously, when G20 decides which accounts for 85% of the global trade and almost that much amount of global economy taken together, once a decision is taken, implementation is quicker. I think that's what the finance minister was saying when asked on crypto.
Well, many thanks, Abhishek, for joining us there and for breaking that down for us. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman in the United States. India is the chair, and she is attending G20 meetings. These are the spring meetings of the IMF and the G20, making a strong statement about regulation of crypto assets. Let's move on now to other top stories. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will attend the Mega Bihu celebrations at the Sarusajai Stadium. During his Assam visit, the Prime Minister will also launch projects worth 8,500 crore rupees in Guwahati. Union Home Minister Amit Shah is on a two-day visit to West Bengal as a part of the ongoing preparations for the 2024 Lok Sabha elections. He is slated to address a public rally in Birbhum and hold several meetings. As per a BJP source, the Home Minister will address a public rally in Birbhum and will also visit Dakshineshwar Temple on the Bengali New Year, which is celebrated on the 15th of April. Amid efforts to cement opposition unity, NCP chief Sharad Pawar met Congress leaders Rahul Gandhi and Mallikarjun Kharge on Thursday. After the meeting, Pawar said that this is just the beginning. And the leaders met at Congress President Kharge's residence in New Delhi. Goa police on Thursday issued a notice to Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal asking him to appear before it on the 27th of April in a case related to the illegal sticking of posters on public properties during the 2022 Assembly election campaign. Former Punjab Chief Minister Charanjit Channi will appear before the Vigilance Bureau today for questioning in a disproportionate assets case. The Vigilance Bureau had initially asked Channi to appear for questioning on the 12th of April. He, however, requested for another date to join the investigation, which the Bureau allowed, asking him to appear on April 14th at its Mohali office. The Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh's Ram Madhav has sent a legal notice to former Jammu and Kashmir Governor Satyapal Malik, who has alleged that that's Ram Madhav, was involved in corruption. Madhav has sought immediate issuance of an open and public apology from Malik within 48 hours of receipt of the notice for the mental agony and harassment faced by him. Former Karnataka Chief Minister and Janata Dal secular leader H.D. Kumarasamy has said that many leaders will join the JDS today. He added that the BJP's Dodappa Gowda Patil Naribol's name is final. He also said that the party is keen to win 30 to 40 seats in Uttara Karnataka. BJP leader K. Annamalai has said he will expose the scams involving the DMK ministers of the present regime and the previous regime, that is from 2006 to 2011 today. He further added that it would be shocking. Annamalai added that they have represented the issue to Union Minister for Coals and Mines, Prahlad Joshi, who in turn has assured to look into the issue. Telangana BJP chief Bandi Sanjay will start a massive protest against unemployment in the state. The announcement of the agitation against the K. Chandrasekhar Rao government comes days after the BJP leader was released on bail in the alleged paper leak case. The BJP leader will start Nirudh Yoga March from Warangal on April 15. Notably, it can be seen as Sanjay's strong retaliation against the KCR government, and this was the same place where he was arrested recently. The Lucknow bench of the Allahabad High Court on Thursday rejected an anticipatory bail plea moved by jailed gangster-turned-politician Mukhtar Ansari's son Umar Ansari in an evacuee property case. The bench also dismissed a plea of Mukhtar Ansari's other son, Abbas Ansari, and SP MLA seeking quashing of the charge sheet in the same case. A bench of Justice Subhash Vidyarthi passed the orders on the two petitions moved independently by the two brothers. And breaking news coming in from Karnataka. where assembly elections are slated to be held on the 10th of next month. Just in the run-up to the polls, nearly 1 crore rupees in cash was seized from near Bengaluru city market. Police have arrested 2 in the matter and have taken them into custody, while the money has been handed over to the IT department. Prajwal joining us for more details into this. Prajwal, it's over to you to take our viewers through this latest haul. The IT department's a crackdown there.
This is in fact the election commission and the Bengaluru police who have operated on this and have seized unaccounted cash to the tune of 1 crore rupees, and especially in a dense, thickly populated area such as the city market police station as well. And even in the past, we have seen, Rukma, that turning out a problem for a major problem for the police is the fact that these incidents were happening usually during the night, but now these incidents are on the rise even during the day as well. And because such incidents are on the rise now, the police are finding it very difficult to control and monitor as well, because now what is happening over here is the fact that the cash is being carried out in two-wheelers, and the police least suspect that such a huge amount of cash will be carried out in two-wheelers. But this is something which is very shocking, because they were carrying this on a two-wheeler and they were carrying this in 2 kit bags as well, with 50 lakh rupees each in one of these bags. And this is something which is very shocking, but at the same point of time, this is not only in Bengaluru but also across the entire state of Karnataka, from across all the districts too, where it is clearly being seen that mega cash seizures are being reported. And not only cash seizures, we're also seeing valuables that are being seized in the form of gold, silver artifacts as well, and also liquor also being supplied to the tune of thousands of liters as well. And the election commission is doing their best to make sure that there is a fair and free elections which is conducted in the state of Karnataka, but such incidents will definitely keep cropping up in the future as well. But the election commission states that they are prepared to tackle this to the best.
Well, many thanks, Prajwal, for joining us there. So these are visuals of this major cash haul reported from Bengaluru city market. 1 crore in cash recovered by the election commission. It will now be handed over to the IT department. Prajwal telling us about how in the past few days have seen major hauls as far as not just cash but also valuables, gold, jewelry and liquor as well. And let's move on now to other news that we're tracking. Lorenzo Musetti earned the biggest win of his career at the Rolex Monte Carlo Masters, where he upset world number 1 Novak Djokovic to reach his second ATP Masters 1000 quarter-final. A report. Take a look.
After suffering a 3-set defeat in the third round of Monte Carlo Masters on Thursday, world number 1 Novak Djokovic has admitted to feeling terrible.
Well, feeling is terrible after playing like this, honestly. But congrats to him. He stayed tough in the important moments, and that's it. That's all I can say. Good luck to him. I think it's catastrophic, but feeling is bad right now because he lost the match. That's all. Congrats to my opponent. I move on. Yeah, I know, but it's not a great day for me, so I'm not really in the mood to speak.
Novak's comments come against the backdrop of Lorenzo Musetti earning the biggest win of his career. Agency report, Republic TV.
And coming up, no decision on pilot revolt. Vadra Congress now feels KC Venugopal and Kamal Nath. No meeting yet with top brass. Also, in national capital, Nitish Kumar makes last-ditch efforts to unite the opposition, meets NCP chief Sharad Pawar now.
I continuously say this कि सोच बदलो तो किस्मत बदलेगी. I believe that you are soaked in the philosophy of nation first.
Today we recall the patriotism of those brave service officers, police persons, civilians who rubbed their shoulders to defeat terrorism at Mumbai, and the patriotic fervor that was generated by them, I think, has generated a new kind of nationalism amongst the citizens of our country.
All of the BJP leadership, everyone is criticizing the Mahagathbandhan, but Gadkari is one senior leader in the BJP who has never taken on the Gathbandhan.
महागठबंधन जो वीक है, जो डिफीटेड है, ऐसे अशक्त लोगों की अलायंस का नाम है महागठबंधन.
World leaders have promised everything to everyone in the so-called Sustainable Development Goal. Not surprisingly, the world and all the G20 countries are vastly off track to deliver. Even India won't deliver everything, but India has improved faster than any other G20 nation from 2015 to 19. India shows that prioritizing achievable, deliverable development matters. Yet the rich world incessantly stress climate change. And yes, climate is a challenge, but one of many. And currently, climate policies cost trillions of dollars, yet deliver trivial temperature reductions in a century from now. In a world where we can't do everything, India is uniquely placed to demand the world focus on the most efficient development policies first. Growth, jobs, education, health is at the top of India's priorities, as it is across most of the world. Climate is there too, but nowhere near the top. I will talk about how smart policies can help India and the world achieve amazing progress for little money. Better education, ending tuberculosis, more trade, lower mortality for mothers and infants, higher agricultural production, and better nutrition. Chairing the G20, India can help all of us focus on the smartest solutions for the challenges faced by the Global South. I'll challenge popular opinion at India's biggest news event, the Republic Summit, which is by far India's most high-profile event. I'll see you there.
What is the secret for this longevity?
In this 40 years, I have done all kinds of films. I've raised the bar. Sometimes I failed miserably. People made fun of me. Films have been successful, critically acclaimed. So it's been a fantastic journey. Just get up in the morning and go for work. And you feel blessed. कि यार आज सुबह आप उठे हैं and you can breathe. You can be grateful to God and be grateful कि आपके पास काम है. I was always a good listener. I would listen to people, learn from them, and that's what you do, and you keep on working. That's it. For me, this is one of the feathers of my career that today Republic Summit, Arnav साहब ने मुझे कहा कि आप आओ, तो मुझे ऐसा लगा this is a proud moment for me.
Welcome back. You are watching live and breaking on Republic TV, and I'm Nupur Talwar Suri. Well, India's biggest news event is back. The third edition of the Republic Summit will be held in the national capital this month. The biggest names, the biggest newsmakers, the biggest agents of change and transformation in India will be at the Republic Summit. Now, stand by for what will be by far India's biggest news event by miles. India's transformation is for us to celebrate together, to take pride in it together. What does this time of transformation mean to you? Tell us what this transformation means to you and send us your video on it via WhatsApp on 730-443-4381. The most compelling responses will get in-house seats at the Republic Media Summit. Now join us in celebrating this time of transformation. And here's a look at the top headlines we're tracking at 9:30 this morning. Mafia Don Atik Ahmed's son is gunned down in an encounter. Atik and his brother will be quizzed today. Prime Minister Modi speaks to his British counterpart. Rishi Sunak raises Khalistani attacks and safety of Indians. No decision yet on Sachin Pilot's revolt. The Vadra Congress now feels KC Venugopal and Kamal Nath. No meeting with the top brass yet. In the national capital, Nitish Kumar makes a last-ditch effort to unite opposition, meets NCP chief Sharad Pawar. Stage is set for the biggest Bihu celebrations in Assam. Prime Minister Modi will be taking part in the event. Spoke by the US and South Korea military drills Kim tests missiles in a fresh provocation. Well, in Uttar Pradesh, the Chief Minister, Yogi Adityanath, has declared an all-out war against the mafia. And the day after, Assam Ahmed, the son of the mafia don Atik Ahmed, and the accused in the Umesh Pal murder case, was killed in an encounter in Jhansi. Sources have told Republic TV that the ATS will also interrogate Atik and Ashraf about smuggling of Pakistani weapons. Now, the questioning will revolve around the links with the terrorist organization Lashkar-e-Taiba and the ISI connection. The ATS team has in fact reached Prayagraj. Let's go across to Harsha, who is bringing us more details on this. Harsha, now we are told that the ATS team will be questioning two people in connection with certain arms that have been recovered. Give us more details, please.
Exactly, Nupur. Now we know that the Prayagraj court has sent Atik and Ashraf, both of them in the judicial custody till 17th of April. And now we have learned the latest information, which is that UP ATS is going to interrogate Atik and Ashraf in their Pakistan connection, the link with the ISI terror group and ISI handlers, the smuggling of weapons which were done from the Pakistan. Yesterday we got the information how British foreign-made weapons were sent cross-border country from Pakistan to the border state of the country, Punjab, and how Punjab handlers and ISI handlers were linked in providing the weapons, the foreign-made weapons, to Atik Ahmed, and how this entire smuggling of weapons were done, because from Assad also the foreign-made weapons were recovered, which was P88 whistle, P88 pistol, and also .455 bore, the high technology foreign-based weapon. These all were recovered from Assad, and how they were getting all those. And in the interrogation earlier with Atik, UPSTF got to know that the smuggling of weapons were done from Pakistan, and therefore now UP ATS has come into light, and they will be reaching Prayagraj shortly, and they are going to interrogate Atik and Ashraf, both of them, in this entire matter, because the link is now the terror link which has emerged in this entire case. And also yesterday we got to know how the drone mode was used to send the weapons from Pakistan to Punjab, and how Atik has the entire nexus and the modus operandi.
So explain this to us, Harsha.
Not only Indian made, but the foreign made weapons. Yes.
Now explain this to us, Harsha. Obviously, you know, what the police perhaps and the ATS are now looking at is that, some part of at least the weapons that are dropped using drones on India's borders, perhaps so making their way to the mafia in Uttar Pradesh. So there will obviously be, a sort of ground operation that was running perhaps for this. Anything that, the sources in the ATS are telling you about that?
Exactly, Nupur. Now we have gathered that the ATS first of all will interrogate the mafia Atik Ahmed and his brother Ashraf, since they are already in Prayagraj Dhumanganj police station, who have been there, where they have been sent till 17th April for the judicial custody. They will be interrogated there by the ATS officials, and after that the ATS team will be going to ground as well, the exactly place where this all smuggling was done, because we are getting that from past. We have seen many a times that BSF used to collect all these smuggling vehicles from the border state Punjab Punjab whenever they were dropped via drone from Pakistan. But now we are learning that ATS in working along with the Punjab police will go to the ground as well, the very place where the entire smuggling was done, because this information that how come a mafia Atik has so many foreign made weapons, P88 pistol and the high technology rifles, how he has all those. He has himself revealed in the interrogation that he has got it all via smuggling directly from Pakistan, and the handlers are also linked with the ISI terror group. So this all groundwork will also be done by the ATS, and therefore we are getting to know that around 12 or 1 o'clock the entire team of UP ATS will be reaching the police station. They will further also interrogate Atik and Ashraf and make the strategy how to go to the ground. Where is that exact location in Punjab where the smuggling was done, where the weapons were dropped, and they will also take the help of the Punjab police also, what we are gathering till now. But this is a very big lead which now they are gathering. UP ATS has gathered in this entire matter, Nupur, because till now he was a gangster mafia linked in several criminal activities, murder, riots, everything. But now this terror angle is the new angle which has emerged in the Atik case, Nupur. Back to you.
All right, so that's the latest that we are getting from Harsha on this. So this, of course, is taking a wider angle right now. We are told that the ATS will be looking into this case in terms of whether they were getting weapons from the ISI. Now, in the US, the Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has called upon the members of the G20 to agree that a globally coordinated understanding would be required not only to deal with challenges posed by crypto assets, but also to regulate them.
On the digital asset, I'm glad to say that is a proposal which we had come up for discussion among the members. And India's idea of getting, there are of course papers on our request being prepared. One has already been tabled in the G20. IMF has prepared a paper. So has FSB come up with their own paper. A synthesis paper will also be submitted sometime September or October. The idea, I think, I am glad to say, there is a greater acceptance among all G20 members that any action on crypto assets will have to be global. And therefore, that's, I think, one of the biggest advantage that the G20 and its members agree that it's not going to be possible to have an independent standalone country dealing with the crypto assets, and that it has to have a globally coordinated some kind of a understanding on how to go about regulating crypto assets. The way in which we are seeing this pan out during our presidency is that IMF's paper is being discussed. FSB's paper also will be taken up. Synthesis paper will be prepared between the IMF paper and the FSB's paper, both put together. Also a discussion will happen in September, October. End of the day, we see a roadmap being readied on how and what kind of understanding the members of G20 have in this, and it can be taken further forward on specific actions of regulation as and when the G20 takes a call on it.
All right, here's a look at all the sporting action now. Shubham Gill's knock of 67 powered the Gujarat Giants to a 6-wicket victory over the Punjab Kings in their IPL match against the Punjab Cricket Association at the IS Bindra Stadium on Thursday. Gill scored the highest for Gujarat, while Ridham Saha played a knock of 30 off 19. Manu Bhaker, fresh from a World Cup bronze at the same final hall of the MP State Shooting Academy range in Bhopal, was among Day 1's winners at the National Rifle Selection Trials 3 and 4, along with the likes of Arjun Babuta and Ashi Choksi. These trials will be important from the perspective of the Indian team selections for the important events like the World Championship and the Asian Games.
Jamshedpur FC defender Pratik Chaudhary could hardly hide his happiness after bagging his first ever goal for the club in the recent win over FC Goa in the Super Cup. Chaudhary is currently in his second stint with the club after donning the club jersey back in the 2018-19 season. The Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports Mission Olympic Cell has approved the Commonwealth Games silver medalist Avinash Sable's proposal to train at St. Moritz, Switzerland to prepare for the World Athletics Championship that are set to take place in August this year. Expenditure for Sable's Switzerland training will be covered under the MYAS's Target Olympic Podium Scheme and it will cover Avinash and his coach's airfare, visa fees, local transportation costs. The Assam Olympic Association, the apex body of the sport in the state, felicitated the boxing sensational Lavlina Borgohain, who recently won the IBA World Boxing Championship, Nayanmoni Saikia, who won gold at the Commonwealth Games, and Hemlata Kalita, the Secretary General of the Boxing Federation of India, at a gala ceremony in Guwahati Thursday. Wrestler Aman Sherawat has clinched India's first gold medal at the Asian Wrestling Championships 2023 in Astana Thursday. Sherawat claimed the gold medal in the 57 kg category, defeating Kyrgyzstan's Almaz Samanbekov in the final clash. Andrei Rublev has advanced in the Monte Carlo Masters at the expense of compatriot Karen Khachanov. Now, the opening set of the match came down to which player would blink first in the tricky conditions. Rublev said that it was all downhill after he took the opening set, which he described as all mental. The world number one Novak Djokovic has suffered a shock loss in 3 sets to the Italian Lorenzo Musetti in the third round, of the Monte Carlo Masters. It marked the biggest win of Musetti's career, and he will play compatriot Jannik Sinner in the quarters. Dani Medvedev survived a dramatic late-night marathon against Alexander Zverev in the Monte Carlo Masters, where the third seed rallied to a third-round victory. Al Wakrah scored a rocking win over Al Samal in the week of 19 of the 2022-23 season of the QNB Stars League at the Al Wakrah Stadium Thursday. The win took the Blue Wave into the top 4 league rankings. They now have a tally of 30 points from 19 games, while Al Samal are 9th with 17 points from 18 matches. You are with Republic TV. On the other side, spooked by the United States and South Korea's military drills, the North test fires another missile. And stage set for the biggest Bihu celebrations in Assam.
Amity has been ranked India's #1 not-for-profit private university for 10 years, with top 10 ranked institutions in management, engineering, biotech, law, masscom, telecom, hospitality, fashion and more. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
Today we recall the patriotism of those brave service officers, police persons, civilians who rubbed their shoulders to defeat terrorism at Mumbai, and the patriotic fervor that was generated by them, I think, has generated a new kind of nationalism amongst the citizens of our country.
Dear viewers, in a few days we are bringing to you once again the Republic Summit. And this year our theme is fittingly about how this is a time of transformation. Yes, this is a time of transformation for an India that is growing 4 times faster than the world average. It is a time of transformation for an India whose manufacturing exports grow 40% year on year on the back of COVID, while China witnesses a major loss. This is a time of transformation, of opportunity for India that has let go of the dollar hangover, and the rupee is closer to being accepted as international currency. And nearly 60% of all digital payments are already UPI based. Isn't this the very moment to come together and think of how we can make the transformation even quicker? So please join me and join all of us at Republic TV as we bring to you the Republic Summit this year on the theme of a time of transformation. See you there.
World leaders have promised everything to everyone in the so-called Sustainable Development Goal. Not surprisingly, the world and all the G20 countries are vastly off track to deliver. Even India won't deliver everything, but India has improved faster than any other G20 nation from 2015 to 19. India shows that prioritizing achievable, deliverable development matters. Yet the rich world incessantly stress climate change. And yes, climate is a challenge, but one of many. And currently, climate policies cost trillions of dollars, yet deliver trivial temperature reductions in a century from now. In a world where we can't do everything, India is uniquely placed to demand the world focus on the most efficient development policies first. Growth, jobs, education, health is at the top of India's priorities, as it is across most of the world. Climate is there too, but nowhere near the top. I will talk about how smart policies can help India and the world achieve amazing progress for little money. Better education, ending tuberculosis, more trade, lower mortality for mothers and infants, higher agricultural production, and better nutrition. Chairing the G20, India can help all of us focus on the smartest solutions for the challenges faced by the Global South. I'll challenge popular opinion at India's biggest news event, the Republic Summit, which is by far India's most high-profile event. I'll see you there.
Well, Punjab's ex-Chief Minister Charanjit Channi has been summoned to appear before the Vigilance Bureau today. And ahead of this, of course, the Congress party is calling it a political vendetta. Do remember that this is a disproportionate assets case that is being probed against Charanjit Channi. Do remember that Charanjit Channi was the Chief Minister for a short period of time for Punjab, and the Congress party says that this is political vendetta. Now, he will be appearing before the Vigilance Bureau today to be questioned in a disproportionate assets case. I'm going to try and go across to Amandeep, who's reporting on this. He has more details. Amandeep, give us more details about this DA case. Amandeep, can you hear me?
Well, absolutely. Yes, Nupur, yes.
Yes, please give us more details of what we are expecting today.
Well, Nupur, today, once again, Vigilance has summoned the former Chief Minister of Punjab, Charanjit Channi, and in fact, his date has been preponed. Earlier, he was summoned on 14th, and in fact, after that, when Charanjit Channi has given the statement due to some personal work, he cannot appear before the Vigilance on 14th of April, and even the next date was given on 20th of April. But yesterday that date was preponed, and now the Congress is alleging, due to Charanjit Singh Channi was holding a press conference yesterday in Jalandhar by polls and exposing Aam Aadmi Party government. His date has been preponed for today itself, and now today he has been asked to provide all details of his property and income before Vigilance, just because the Vigilance is conducting an inquiry against the disproportionate assets of Channi, and the inquiry is still underway. So this is the first time that Charanjit Singh Channi is going to appear before Punjab Vigilance Bureau regarding the disproportionate asset case, but Congress is alleging this is all because of politics, and this is all because that Aam Aadmi Party is trying to destabilize Congress just because Congress is in a winning position in the Jalandhar Lok Sabha by-polls. Yes, Nupur.
All right, so Amandeep, of course, is bringing us the latest on what we're expecting now. Obviously, we're going to see a lot of political color to this. The Congress already calling it political vendetta. But what has the former Chief Minister said in his defense?
Well, the former Chief Minister saying that he is all clear regarding his assets and even his income also. And in fact, he is blaming continuously to Aam Aadmi Party that they are doing politics and trying to indulge him into this case which has no base actually. And the press conference that he has held in Jalandhar, in which Charanjit Channi has also claiming to expose the Aam Aadmi Party with the certain details, and that is the reason the entire Congress is now alleging just because Channi is holding a position in Jalandhar by-polls and he has started very actively campaigning in Jalandhar by-polls and even giving a great impact to the voters. That is the reason he has been indulged to distract from the campaigning of the Congress for Jalandhar by-polls. So the Congress is giving this as a political blame game, but on the other side, vigilance is continuously summoning Charanjit Channi. And in fact, Nupur, vigilance note with the vigilance summon mentions that the reason behind preponing the summoning to Charanjit Channi just because the vigilance officers have some other duties regarding the government, and that is the reason they have just preponed the date of questioning to Charanjit Channi. So Congress blaming, it's a political blame game, and in fact on the other side, vigilance is claiming that they are conducting an inquiry regarding the disproportionate assets of Charanjit Channi.
All right.
And he has been asked to provide all the details of his income as well as assets.
All right.
Yes.
So Amandeep, of course, is bringing us live updates from Chandigarh over there. Thank you, Amandeep, for the moment for joining us. Now, the North Korean state media has released new images of the country's latest missile launch, calling it a solid-fuel intercontinental ballistic missile. Here's more.
In a fresh military provocation, North Korean state media released new images of the missile launch, calling it a solid-fuel intercontinental ballistic missile. The series of photos showed a missile being launched and North Korean Kim Jong-un with his wife, daughter and military officials watching. While the images from the North Korean Central News Agency have not been independently verified. The images included some of which show the view from the missile looking back at the earth. North Korean officials say the first stage and second stage of the missile landed in sea east of the Korean peninsula. This comes even as North Korea continues to complain about US and South Korean military exercises but conducts missile tests saying that it needs them as a deterrent. Agency report for Republic TV.
You are watching Republic TV. We step into a short break. On the other side, we get you more details of the encounter of Atik Ahmed's son. And the stage is set in Assam for Grand Bihu celebrations.
What is the secret for this longevity?
In this 40 years, I have done all kinds of films. I've raised the bar. Sometimes I failed miserably. People made fun of me. Films have been successful, critically acclaimed. So it's been a fantastic journey. Just get up in the morning and go for work. And you feel blessed. कि यार आज सुबह आप उठे हैं and you can breathe. You can be grateful to God and be grateful कि आपके पास काम है. I was always a good listener. I would listen to people, learn from them, and that's what you do, and you keep on working. That's it. For me, this is one of the feathers of my career that today Republic Summit, Arnav साहब ने मुझे कहा कि आप आओ, तो मुझे ऐसा लगा this is a proud moment for me.
continuously say this कि सोच बदलो तो किस्मत बदलेगी.
I believe that you are soaked in the philosophy of nation first.
All of the BJP leadership, everyone is criticizing the Mahagathbandhan, but Gadkari is one senior leader in the BJP who has never taken on the Gathbandhan.
महागठबंधन जो वीक है, जो डिफीटेड है, ऐसे अशक्त लोगों की अलायंस का नाम है महागठबंधन.
Dear viewers, in a few days we are bringing to you once again the Republic Summit. And this year our theme is fittingly about how this is a time of transformation. Yes, this is a time of transformation for an India that is growing 4 times faster than the world average. It is a time of transformation for an India whose manufacturing exports grow 40% year on year on the back of COVID, while China witnesses a major loss. This is a time of transformation, of opportunity for India that has let go of the dollar hangover, and the rupee is closer to being accepted as international currency. And nearly 60% of all digital payments are already UPI based. Isn't this the very moment to come together and think of how we can make the transformation even quicker? So please join me and join all of us at Republic TV as we bring to you the Republic Summit this year on the theme of a time of transformation. See you there. Most fundamentally important to us as a narrative for the next 5 years?
There can only be one narrative. There can only be one way forward. And
Welcome back. You are watching Republic TV. Now, India's biggest news event is here. The 3rd edition of the Republic Summit will be held in the national capital this month. And it's got the biggest names, the biggest newspapers, and the biggest agents of change and transformation who will be at the Republic Summit once again. So stand by for what will be by far India's biggest news event by miles. India's transformation is for us to celebrate together, to take pride in it together. Now, what does this time for transformation mean to you? Tell us what this transformation means to you and send us your video on 8 via WhatsApp on 730-443-4381. The most compelling responses will get in-house seats to the Republic Summit. Join us in celebrating this time of transformation. And here's a look at the top stories we are tracking here at 10 o'clock this morning. Mafia Don's son is gunned down in an encounter. Atik and his brother will be quizzed by the ATS today. Prime Minister Modi speaks to his British counterpart. Rishi Sunak raises Khalistani attacks and safety of Indians. In the US, the Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman calls for global crypto regulation. No decision taken on Sachin Pilot's revolt yet. The Congress now fields KC Venugopal and Kamal Nath. Stage set for the biggest Bihu celebration in Assam. The Prime Minister will be taking part in the event. And spooked by the US and South Korea military drills, Kim tests a fresh missile. Well, we are cutting straight across to Guwahati and we can see Anuruddh also all decked up for this event. It's going to be the largest Bihu celebration that we are seeing in Guwahati, and of course the Prime Minister will also be attending this event. Anuruddh, give us an overall flavour of what's happening around you.
Yes, Nupur, a very good morning to all our viewers and also a very happy Assamese New Year. And in fact, today is a very big day for the state of Assam. Yesterday itself, we witnessed a historic movement when the state of Assam scripted history by making it into the Guinness Book of World Records with the largest Bihu performance in a single venue. And today, the certificate of the Guinness World Record will be handed over to the state government in presence of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. At around 11:30, the Prime Minister will be landing in Guwahati from the airport. He will be straight away going to the inauguration ceremony of the AIMS. That is also another historic moment for the state of Assam, because this AIMS was the foundation stone of this AIMS was laid in 2017, and within 6 years the institution has been completed, and today will be the formal inauguration of the AIMS at Sangsari in North Guwahati. And from there the Prime Minister will be taking part in the Platinum Jubilee celebration of the Guwahati High Court. But after that, the mega event of the day, that is the largest ever Bihu celebration in the state of Assam. That's the mega Bihu celebration which will be taking place at the Sarusazai Stadium. And as you can see here, already the performers have arrived here. More than 11,000 performers will be performing at the venue towards the evening from 5 p.m. onwards in the presence of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And this is a historic moment, because never ever in such magnitude Bihu was organized in the state of Assam. Yesterday also we witnessed how 11,000 dancers, Bihu dancers, performed in the venue in a synchronized way, and also more than 3,000 drummers performed the dhols in front of a stadium-packed audience. And today also, in large number, people are expected to come to this venue where the Prime Minister will witness a historic moment. And not only just witnessing the event, Nupur, but the Prime Minister will also go among the Bihu performance, and most probably he might also interact with a few of them, as he will be going close to the performers inside the stadium. It's a enthralling moment here. क्या कहेंगे, कैसा लग रहा है? बहुत अच्छा है, बहुत अच्छा है. आज प्रधानमंत्री के सामने आप लोग परफॉर्म करेंगे, हिस्ट्री जो है ऑलरेडी क्रिएट हो चुका है, क्या कहेंगे? बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है. क्या कहेंगे? बहुत बढ़िया सिचुएशन है ये हम लोग के लिए, क्योंकि ये बहुत बड़ा प्लेटफॉर्म है जो हम लोग आया है ये परफॉर्म करने के लिए. बहुत अच्छा लगा, बहुत खुश है हम लोग. Everyone, you can see, Nupur, everyone is very excited about performing in front of the Prime Minister and also taking part in this mega Bihu celebration, which is also the largest ever Bihu celebration that the state of Assam, in fact India or the world, is witnessing. Nupur.
Yes, absolutely. So as Anirudh is taking us through what's happening at that stadium. Anirudh, we also wanted you to tell us a bit more about the AIMS that is being established in Guwahati. Now, there has been a lot of talk of it in terms of, how it will help the residents of Assam, and not just Assam, in fact, of, other northeastern states as well.
Yes, definitely, Nupur. The AIMS in Guwahati is going to be a very big achievement, not only for the people of Assam or Northeast, but in fact for the entire Southeast Asian countries as well. And in fact, today, apart from the AIMS, also several projects are to be inaugurated, or the foundation stone is to be laid, and we are getting to know that projects worth more than 14,000 crores will be inaugurated, or the foundation will be laid by the Prime Minister today in Guwahati. And apart from the inauguration of the AIMS, which will be happening at Amingaon in Sangsari, all other events, projects for more than 12,000 crores will be inaugurated, or the foundation will be laid from this very venue in the evening from 5 p.m. to 6:30 onwards. The Prime Minister will be in Assam throughout the day, and it's going to be a very action-packed day for the Prime Minister, because the Prime Minister will also be taking part in a roadshow from Basishta to Saraswati Stadium, when he will be coming here to participate in the Bihu celebration. At that point in time, he will be taking out a roadshow, and we are getting to know that all these projects which will be inaugurated here also include several projects of the NF railway, be it electrification of the railways, because in northeast, in most of the part, due to connectivity issues, it was the locomotive engines which were on the run. But now they are being replaced by the electric railway engines, and that electrification projects will be also be inaugurated. And apart from that, several other projects are also on the pipeline, be it the methanol plant, be it the beautification project of the Ahom Kingdom's pride, or Assam's pride, you can say, Ranghar. So huge pipeline of projects are to be inaugurated, or the foundation is to be laid off. And as I have been pointing out, that projects worth more than 14,500 crore is what the state of Assam is getting today. So it is a huge achievement, and the Prime Minister's push, particularly for the Northeast, that is through the Act East policy. It was Atal Bihari Vajpayee who initiated the Look East policy, and thereafter, continuing the trend, NDA too has proposed the Act East policy, and we have been closely tracking how the Act East policy is being materialized here in Assam. And these projects, these aims, either you talk about the methanol projects, or either you talk about all the railway infrastructure development projects which are being undertaken by the center, all these projects are very much part of the Act East policy of the center. And it's also a point that needs to be noted, that not once or twice, but the Prime Minister Narendra Modi had visited Northeast more than 50 times in the last 8 years. A achievement or a feat that if you put all the Prime Ministers before him together, they have not visited the Northeast so much. In fact, people often also say how, despite being from Assam, despite being an MP from Assam, Dr. Manmohan Singh never visited Assam so frequently like the Prime Minister Narendra Modi is doing. So it's a very great push that in terms of Act East policy and the centre's clear agenda that any cabinet minister, any union minister will have to spend a night in Guwahati or in any part of Northeast in every 15 days is something which is actually materializing all the projects in the pipeline. And now, as we talk from the Horwazai Stadium, you can see, and as we have been also showing you, already performers, more than 11,000 of them will be performing today at the Saraswati Stadium, and all have been thronging the stadium. They have started to come already, and though the Prime Minister will be reaching this venue at around 5 p.m., the spirit among the performers is very high. The spirit among the performers is very high. क्या कहेंगे, कैसा लग रहा है आज प्रधानमंत्री के साथ?
बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है, बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है. हम गोलाघाट डिस्ट्रिक्ट से आया है, गोलाघाट डिस्ट्रिक्ट सोलपसा समष्टि है हमारा. बहुत अच्छा लगता है.
People have come from various districts, all the districts of Assam. Would like to interact with some of the Bihu performers also. कैसा लग रहा है आज प्रधानमंत्री के सामने आप लोग परफॉर्म करेंगे? कैसा लग रहा है?
बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है.
कैसा लग रहा है?
अच्छा लग रहा है. ये है अभी.
क्या कहेंगे, कैसा लग रहा है आज प्रधानमंत्री के सामने?
बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है.
All are very excited. All are very much excited because they are all set to perform in front of the Prime Minister. Already the feat of making it into the Guinness Book of World Records has been made, and today the official declaration is awaited. So it's an enthralling moment for all the people of Assam as well as the Northeast. Nupur.
All right. For the moment, thank you for joining us. Anirudh, of course, is taking us through all the details of the Prime Minister's Assam visit. So the Prime Minister, of course, lands in Assam at about 11:30, we are told, and he will also be dedicating, in fact, about 14,300 crore development projects to the northeast. Now, this, of course, is largely seen as the centre's look east policy. And here's a look at what else is making news this morning. The Union Home Minister Amit Shah is on a two-day visit to West Bengal as part of the ongoing preparations for the 2024 Lok Sabha elections. He is slated to address a public rally in Birbhum and hold several meetings. As per the BJP, the Home Minister will be addressing a public rally and also be visiting the Dakshineshwar temple. Amid efforts to cement opposition unity, the NCP chief Sharad Pawar met the Congress leaders Rahul Gandhi and Mallikarjun Kharge on Thursday. After the meeting, Pawar said that this is just the beginning. The leaders met at the Congress President Kharge's residence. Goa police Thursday issued a notice to the Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal asking him to appear before it on the 27th of April in a case related to illegal sticking of posters on public properties during the 2022 Assembly elections campaign. Former Punjab Chief Minister Charanjit Channi will appear before the Vigilance Bureau today for questioning in a disproportionate assets case. The Vigilance Bureau had initially asked Channi to appear for questioning on the 12th of April. He, however, requested for another date to join the investigation, which the Bureau has allowed for. Ram Madhav has sent a legal notice to the former Jammu and Kashmir Governor Satyapal Malik, who alleged that Ram Madhav was involved in corruption. Madhav has sought immediate issuance of an open and public apology from Malik within 48 hours of the receipt of this notice for mental agony and harassment faced by him. Former Karnataka Chief Minister and Janata Dal secular leader H.D. Kumaraswamy has said that many leaders will join the JDS today. He added that the BJP leader Dodappa Gowda Patil Naribol's name is final. He also said that the party is keen to win about 30 to 40 seats in Uttar Karnataka. State BJP leader K. Annamalai has said that he will expose scams involving DMK ministers to the present regime and previous regime from 2006 to 11. He further said that it would be shocking. Annamalai added that they have represented the issue to the Union Minister of Coals and Mines. Telangana BJP chief Bandi Sanjay will start a massive protest against unemployment in the state. The announcement of the agitation against K. Chandrasekhar Rao's government comes days after the BJP leader was released on bail. In the alleged paper leak case, the BJP leader will start the Nirudh Yog March from Warangal on the 15th of April, that's tomorrow. Lucknow bench of the Allahabad High Court has on Thursday rejected an anticipatory bail plea moved by jailed gangster turned politician Mukhtar Ansari's son Umar Ansari. The bench also dismissed a plea of Mukhtar Ansari's other son Abbas Ansari and SBSP MLA seeking quashing of the charge sheet in the same case. Now, the former Karnataka Deputy Chief Minister Lakshmana Savade has left for Bengaluru from Belgavi. This comes after Savade quit the BJP miffed over not getting a ticket, and amidst rumours of him joining the Congress. Savade can be seen with Congress MLC Channaraj Hathiholi in these pictures. So let's go across, in fact, to Prajwal, who has more details on this. Now, Prajwal, of course, we have known that Savade was extremely upset because he did not get a ticket from the BJP. But is it now confirmed that he is planning to jump ship?
Yes, Nupur, more or so it is confirmed that Lakshman Savade will be joining the Congress party as well, because you can also see that Congress MLC Lakshmi Hebbalkar's brother Chandraj is also accompanying him as well, and he was also brought on a special flight as well. And this particular special flight was booked under the name of DK Shivkumar from Belgavi, where it left earlier this morning from the Sambra airport. So more or less it is likely that Lakshman Savade will be joining the Congress. But all said and done, now he's yet to resign from the the primary membership of the BJP party as well. After resigning from the primary membership of the BJP party, he will then resign from the post of MLC as well, and he will submit his resignation to the speaker too. So once he submits his resignation, in all likelihood, he will be joining the Congress. And Lakshman Savathy had also maintained that he had offers from both the Congress as well as the JDS. But if these visuals are to go by, he's seen very closely having a conversation with Lakshmi Hebbalkar's brother Chandraj as well. And he will shortly be taken to the Congress offices, what we get to learn. But at this point of time, one of the big leaders of the Congress is not present in Bengaluru, which is Sitharaman. And Sitharaman is touring the district of Belgavi as well. And only DK Shivkumar, who is the KPCC president, is present in Bengaluru. And he's also attending a massive convention in Nelmangla as of now. So what time will he be joining the Congress? That is something which has to be seen as well. And he's also hinted out to the media stating that he will be filing his nominations from Athani on either the 17th or 18th. Whether he will be contesting, whether the Congress will go ahead and give a ticket to him from Athani or not is also to be seen, because so far the Congress has still not declared the candidate for the Athani Assembly constituency as well. And this could turn out to be quite interesting in the context that he is also a Lingayat leader as well. And yesterday too, we saw a massive convention of over 20 to 25,000 people who had gathered in Athani Assembly constituency in Chikkodi too. And Lakshman Savathy broke down in front of them, and he also stated that if they still believe that he is their leader, they should go ahead and vote for him. But what could also turn out to be a problem for the Congress is the fact that several of the leaders in the Congress unit in Chikkodi themselves are protesting that Lakshman Savathy, even if he is inducted into the party, should not be given a ticket from Athani as well. So once he is given a ticket, there could be a rebellion and infighting which could break out in the Congress unit, and which the BJP can cash out as well. Because Mahesh Kumtali, who is also the sitting MLA from Athani, is representing the BJP. It was a crossover from the Congress to the BJP, but so far in the by-elections, even he emerged victorious as well. And with the backing of Ramesh Jarkioli, it seems like this will turn out to be an out-and-out battle as well, because now we strongly feel that even Lakshmi Hebbalkar is also strongly going to back Lakshman Savathy too. And we know the sort of war of words and the fighting that has taken place between Ramesh Jarkioli versus Lakshmi Hebbalkar and Ramesh Jarkioli versus DK Shivkumar as well. So this could turn out to be one of the biggest battles that Karnataka could go ahead and witness in the run-up to the assembly elections, Nupur.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And, what are you hearing in terms of other BJP leaders who have been very miffed about, not getting tickets? Are we going to see quite a bit of a flux from one political party to the other in the run-up to Karnataka, given, as it is that most pollsters believe that this is going to be, a very close finish this time round?
Absolutely. Now, most of the pollsters are going out and pointing to the fact that there might be a fractured mandate in Karnataka. But also now, if you look at the two lists of the BJP, where 212 candidates have been announced, we have seen that 16 MLAs have been dropped from the list as well. And out of these 16 MLAs, 11 MLAs have already tendered their resignations to the BJP. And let's also not forget that 4 prominent BJP MLCs too have tendered their resignations. So the number is 15 in the BJP as of now. But even in the Congress too, we have seen 7 resignations, and even in the JDS, we have seen 3 resignations as well. So all the political parties are now making sure that whoever the political leaders are and jumping ships to the party will go ahead and contest on their ticket. And this could turn out to be very problematic for the BJP ahead of the assembly elections. And also, let's not forget the fact that 3 assembly constituencies in Bengaluru, the ticket has still not been announced by the BJP, and 1 from the Hubballi Central, which everybody is watching keenly on, which is the Hubballi Dharwad Central Assembly constituency, from which the former Chief Minister of Karnataka, Jagdish Shettar, also represents. And a candidate for Shivamogga too has not been spoken about as well. So what will go ahead and happen here needs to be looked into, and how the BJP will play its cards is something that everybody is watching out for, including the opposition parties, Nupur.
All right. So Prajwal, of course, is continuing to bring us updates from Bengaluru. The latest being the fact that Savathy could now be jumping ship to join the Congress party. We'll have to wait and watch out for how that pans out. Prajwal, for the moment, thank you. Now, in the US, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has called upon members of the G20 to agree that a globally coordinated understanding would be required, not only to deal with challenges posed by crypto assets, but also to regulate them.
On the digital asset, I'm glad to say that is a proposal which we had come up for discussion among the members. And India's idea of getting, there are of course papers on our request being prepared. One has already been tabled in the G20. IMF has prepared a paper. So has FSB come up with their own paper. A synthesis paper will also be submitted sometime September or October. The idea, I think, I am glad to say, there is a greater acceptance among all G20 members that any action on crypto assets will have to be global. And therefore, that's, I think, one of the biggest advantage that the G20 and its members agree that it's not going to be possible to have an independent standalone country dealing with the crypto assets, and that it has to have a globally coordinated some kind of a understanding on how to go about regulating crypto assets. The way in which we are seeing this pan out during our presidency is that IMF's paper is being discussed, FSB's paper also will be taken up, synthesis paper will be prepared between the IMF paper and the FSB's paper, both put together. Also a discussion will happen in September, October. End of the day, we see a roadmap being readied on how and what kind of understanding the members of G20 have in this, and it can be taken further forward on specific actions of regulation as and when the G20 takes a call on it.
மூன்று பிஏக்களுடைய சம்பளத்தை 3 நண்பர்கள் கொடுக்கறாங்க. கார் இருக்கு, காருக்கு டீசல்லாம் கட்சி கொடுக்குது. சிஆர்பிஎஃப் வந்ததுக்கு அப்புறம் 33 பேர் ஒரு சின்ன வீட்டில் அமைதியாக இருந்து கொண்டிருந்தேன். அந்த வீடு ஆகாது, அந்த வீடு செக்யூரிட்டி பத்தாதுன்னு பெரிய வீட்டுக்கு போனதுக்கு அப்புறம் அதற்கான வாடகை இன்னொருத்தர் கொடுக்குறாங்க. ஸோ ஒரு முதல் தலைமுறை அரசியல்வாதிக்கு இருக்கக்கூடிய பிரச்சனை, பல நல்ல மனிதர்களுடைய உதவியோடு தான் நம்முடைய அரசியல் வாழ்க்கையை நகர்த்த முடியும். காரணம், எனக்கு இருக்கக்கூடிய பிரச்சனையா வீட்டினுடைய வாடகை ஒரு நண்பர் கொடுப்பார், நான் பயன்படுத்தக்கூடிய கார் ஒரு நண்பருடைய பெயரில் இருக்கிறது, அவருடைய காரை பயன்படுத்திக் கொண்டிருக்கின்றேன். சுற்றி இருக்கக்கூடிய 3 பிஏக்களுடைய சம்பளத்தை என் கூட படிச்ச பசங்க கம்பெனி நடத்துறாங்க, அவங்க அக்கௌண்ட்ல இருந்து 3 பேருக்கு சம்பளம் கொடுத்துட்டு இருக்காங்க. வாழ்கின்ற வாழ்க்கை சுத்தியும் நல்ல மனிதர்களுடைய உதவியோடு அந்த வாழ்க்கை போய் கொண்டிருக்கிறது. இது எதற்காக ஆரம்பத்தில் சொல்றேன் அப்படின்னா, என்னோட பேங்க் அக்கௌண்ட் நீங்க பாத்தீங்கன்னா, என்னோட பேங்க் அக்கௌண்ட் முழுமையாக 212 பேஜ். என்னோட வங்கி கணக்கு, ஐபிஎஸ் அதிகாரியாக முதல் நாள் வாங்கிய சம்பளத்திலிருந்து இந்த வெப்சைட்ல இப்ப போட்டுருவோம். அதன் பிறகு நான் எம்பிஏ படித்து முடித்த பிறகு என்னுடைய 11 லட்சம் ரூபாய் கடனை கட்டுவதற்கு 7 ஆண்டுகள் சிரமப்பட்டு கடனை கட்டினேன். அதை நீங்க பாப்பீங்க. என்னோட கிரெடிட் கார்டு பில் கடந்த 12 ஆண்டுகளாக போன மாதம் வரை நான் கட்டியிருக்கக்கூடிய கிரெடிட் கார்டு பில், நான் வைத்திருக்கக்கூடிய
was got during the period of an IPS officer where you need to not money from to hide the reward. So he explained about how he is about the income and about the and you can see that he does what from the brand out to the public. About the watch today, so he is told that the watch was made by the
இந்த வாட்ச் வந்து டசால்ட் ஏவியேஷன் அப்படிங்கிற நிறுவனம் வந்து இந்த வாட்ச்
collaborated along with
தயாரிக்கிறாங்க. டசால்ட் ஏவியேஷன் தான் விமானத்தை தயாரித்த.
You are with Republic TV, and on the other side, we bring you the latest on the encounter that took place in Uttar Pradesh. And it's another provocation that's coming in from North Korea. We get you details.
most fundamentally important to us as a narrative for the next 5 years?
There can only be one narrative. There can only be one way forward. And that is development. Where a young democracy breathes, that we also celebrate on this journey of development, where we can actually lead change, not only for our country, men and women, but also for the world.
What is the secret for this longevity?
In this 40 years, I have done all kinds of films. I've raised the bar. Sometimes I failed miserably. People made fun of me. Films have been successful, critically acclaimed. So it's been a fantastic journey. Just get up in the morning and go for work. And you feel blessed. कि यार आज सुबह आप उठे हैं and you can breathe. You can be grateful to God and be grateful कि आपके पास काम है. I was always a good listener. I would listen to people, learn from them, and that's what you do, and you keep on working. That's it. For me, this is one of the feathers of my career that today Republic Summit, Arnav साहब ने मुझे कहा कि आप आओ, तो मुझे ऐसा लगा this is a proud moment for me.
जूनियर वर्ल्ड चैंपियन रहे हैं नीरज चोपड़ा.
T20 में बेस्ट वन पदक जीत लिया है भारत के थ्रोअर नीरज चोपड़ा ने.
Inaugural run of the prestigious Vande Bharat
Mediation will work when there is uncertainty of winning by any one party. इसलिए जो judgment आया यही सबसे उत्तम है. This puts an end to the whole issue.
Assertive 1% that wants to open the wounds again. They do not operate only by the verdict of the court.
I continuously say this कि सोच बदलो तो किस्मत बदलेगी. I believe that
Hello and welcome. India's biggest news event is back. The third edition of the Republic Summit will be held in the national capital this month. The biggest names, the biggest newsmakers, the biggest agents of change and transformation in India will be at the Republic Summit once again this year. So stand by for what will be, by far, India's biggest news event by miles. India's transformation is for us to celebrate together, to take pride in it together. What does this time of transformation mean to you? Tell us what this transformation means to you and send us your video on it via WhatsApp on 7304 434381. The most compelling responses will get in-house seats to India's biggest news event, the Republic Summit. Join us in celebrating this time of transformation. And it's time now for the news at 10:30. Here are the headlines. Mafia Don son gunned down in encounter, Atik and brother to be quizzed by the ATS. Prime Minister dials UK counterpart Rishi Sunak, raises Khalistani attacks and safety of Indians.
All G20 members that any action on crypto assets will have to be global.
In the United States, Finance Minister Nirmala calls for global crypto regulations. No decision on pilot revolt. Vadra Congress now feels KC Venugopal and Kamal Nath. No meeting yet with top brass. And stage set for the biggest Bihu celebrations in Assam. Prime Ministers take part in event. Spooked by United States and South Korea military drills, Kim tests missiles in a fresh provocation. Welcome once again. You're watching live and breaking news. Coming in Uttar Pradesh, Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has declared an all-out relentless war against the mafia. And a day after Assam Ahmed, son of mafia don Atik Ahmed and accused in Umeshpal murder case, was killed in an encounter in Jhansi, sources have informed that the police will bring in Assad's dead body to Prayagraj from Jhansi now. Meanwhile, the ATS will also interrogate Atik and Ashraf about the smuggling of Pakistani weapons. And joining me now is Harsha for the latest on this. Harsha, earlier you were telling us how the police would be waiting only till a particular time for Assad's family members to claim the body. So clearly that hasn't happened. Give us the latest information you have.
Exactly, Rukman, are showing you the visuals from the mortuary. As you can see, the police forces have already reached the mortuary. Now, the recent information, what we have gathered is that the Jhansi police officials will be taking the dead bodies of Assad and Ghulam from this very place to Prayagraj directly, because initially it was also stated that if for some hours, if anyone from the family of Atik and Ghulam will not come to claim the body of the dead, then police will themselves take an action and they will take the dead body to Prayagraj. Now, this is the latest what we are gathering is that Jhansi police at around 12 p.m. will take the dead body from this mortuary, from where I'm showing you the visuals, and will take it directly to the Prayagraj and hand over the body of Assad to father-in-law of Atik, and later on the last rites of Assad will be carried out. These are the visuals you are seeing from mortuary as the police forces are continuously reaching mortuary, because in the heightened security the dead body of Assad and Ghulam will be taken from this place to Prayagraj. This is what we are learning right now. The police officials were waiting since yesterday to till now for anyone from the family to come and claim the dead body. They were also trying to talk to the family members, the relatives of Atik, if anyone could come and claim the dead body. But till now, those from the sources which has been already revealed that no one is coming from the family of Atik and Ghulam to claim the body. So now Jhansi police, in words with Prayagraj police, has taken the entire cognizance, and around 12 p.m. is the time which have been told to the media people. It is around 12 p.m. that Jhansi police will take the dead body of Assad and Ghulam and will take it directly to the Prayagraj, where it will be handed over to the father-in-law of Atik. This is the latest we are gathering already. In interrogation, what we have been told till now, that Atik in the entire interrogated has yet not accepted and agreed to the crime he has committed. The Umeshpal murder, which was committed on 24th of February, he has still not accepted, and he is still now denying the criminal activities which has been done by Atik. So on one side, where we see that UP ATS is already interrogating Atik and brother Ashraf and the entire Umeshpal murder case, and also the terror angle as well, because the ISI link, the terror angle has come into light, how the smuggling of weapons were being done and how the terror link were established with the terror links of Atik with the ISI terror group, and how the weapons, British-made, foreign-made weapons, were smuggled from Pakistan and brought to India, and how the huge amount of weapons were available with the Atik, and he had entire modus operandi in UP, because the rifle, the weapon, the pistol which were used at at the time of Umeshpal murder as well, all were foreign made and high technology weapons. All were Atik's weapons, and they have been smuggling weapon since long. So there's a terror angle with the ISI group, which UP ATS is interrogating and investigating on entire this operation. UP ATS has reached Prayagraj to interrogate Atik and Ashraf, and on other side, what we are looking at is at Jhansi Medical College, the mortuary area where we are showing you the visuals right now. So the security forces are continuously reaching and are beefed up around this entire mortuary area, so that around 12 p.m. in the full security, body of Asad and Ghulam Muhammad will be taken from this very place to Prayagraj, and the Jhansi police will hand over the dead body to Prayagraj police, and later on Prayagraj police will hand over the body of Asad to father-in-law of Atik. So this is Rukma, what we are gathering, the fresh information through our sources. Back to you.
Many thanks, Harsha, for joining us there. So the ATS moves in now after links to the ISI are developer, Harsha, on that story as the Yogi government continues its relentless battle against the mafia in the state.
पूरा स्पष्ट कर दूं, हमारी जीरो टॉलरेंस की नीति है। हम किसी भी अपराधी को नहीं बख्शेंगे, और अपराधियों के समर्थन में जो राजनीतिक दल खड़े हैं, प्रदेश की जनता ठीक से देख रही है और इनको कभी भी माफ प्रदेश की जनता नहीं करेगी। ये मामला अदालत का है और अदालत जो निर्णय देगी हम उसका पालन करेंगे, और पुलिस की तफ्तीश जो CRPC के तहत हो रही है, पूरे मामले को एक तथ्य इकट्ठा करके चार्जशीट दाखिल करेंगे अदालत में।
In other top stories, Union Home Minister Amit Shah is on a two-day visit to West Bengal as a part of the ongoing preparations for the 2024 Lok Sabha elections. Shah is slated to address a public rally in Birbhum and hold several meetings. As per a BJP source, the Home Minister will address a public rally in Birbhum and also visit Dakshineshwar Temple on the Bengali New Year, which is celebrated on the 15th of April. Amid efforts to cement opposition unity, NCP chief Sharad Pawar met Congress leaders Rahul Gandhi and Mallikarjun Kharge on Thursday. After the meeting, Pawar said this is just the beginning. The leaders met at Congress President Kharge's residence in New Delhi. Goa police on Thursday issued a notice to Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal asking him to appear before it on the 27th of April in a case related to the illegal sticking of posters on public property during the 2022 Assembly election campaign in Goa. And, well, these are visuals of an tragedy that took place in a shocking case of civic apathy. 2 men were killed by electrocution. 5 were injured after an iron flag pole mounted on a vehicle came in contact with an electric transformer in the town of Virar in Maharashtra's Palghar district during celebrations held on the eve of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar's birth anniversary. And 2 people are dead of that electrocution. As a result of that electrocution, 5 others have been injured. A flagpole got in connection with an electric transformer. Joining me now is Sandeep for more details into this tragic incident which took place. Sandeep, it's over to you to take our viewers on the information that you have regarding the Palghar civic apathy tragedy.
Yes, Rukma, at this point of time, what we've been informed is that yesterday during Babasaheb Ambedkar birth anniversary function taking place at Virar area. In fact, what we have been informed by the officials that around 10:30 in the night. In fact, after the protest was over, a tempo collided with a transformer, and in fact, the flag pole also got electrocuted due to this, and following which 5 people were in fact reported injured, and in fact, apart from that, 2 were declared dead. They were in fact rushed to the spot. So very unfortunate incident taking place at Vasai Virar area. In fact, In fact, in those 5 people, 3 are seriously injured, and they are being treated at a municipal hospital in Mumbai. In fact, so definitely a very tragic incident wherein 2 people have lost their lives. Rukma.
Right, 2 people dead in this tragedy that Sandeep is reporting from the Vasai Virar area. Many thanks, Sandeep, for joining us there. And moving on to other top stories that we're tracking in the United States is Indiana. A major industrial fire fueled by tons of scrap plastic is close to being extinguished. But residents are worried about the long-term effects of the fire. Here's a report.
A major industrial fire in Indiana fueled by tons of scrap plastics is close to being extinguished now.
I am happy to say that we have it 90%, it may be a little bit more out, and we're hoping to have the fire close to 98, 99% out sometime this evening, and if not, tomorrow morning.
The fire in Richmond has been burning since Tuesday afternoon, and an evacuation order for people living near the disaster remains in place for now. The smoke is not as dark or dense as earlier in this week, but schools in the area have been closed for a second day.
Why wasn't it taken care of? Whoever's supposed to have been enforcing that and making sure it was cleaned up, why wasn't that done? Because if it had been any of us, they would have been all over us. And then I have the questions too. Please be honest with us about what we're breathing out there.
The news has come to the residents as some despite after being gripped by panic following the onslaught of the blaze. Agency report, Republic TV.
In sports, Shubman Gill's knock of 67 powered the Gujarat Giants to a 6-wicket win over Punjab Kings in their IPL match at the Bindra Stadium. IS Bindra Stadium on Thursday. Gill scored the highest for Gujarat, while Riddhiman Saha played a knock of 30 runs off 19. Manu Bhaker, fresh from a World Cup bronze at the same finals hall of the MP State Shooting Academy range in Bhopal, was among the day 1 winners at the National Rifle Selection Trials 3 and 4, along with the likes of Arjun Babuta and Ashi Choksi. These trials will be important from the perspective of the Indian team's selection for important events like the World Championships and the Asian Games. Jamshedpur Football Club defender Prateek Chaudhary could hardly hide his happiness after bagging his first ever goal for the club in the recent win over FC Goa in the Super Cup. Chaudhary is currently in his second stint with the club after donning the club jersey back in the 2018-19 season. Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports Mission Olympic Cell has approved Commonwealth Games silver medalist Avinash Sable's proposal to train at St. Moritz in Switzerland to prepare for the World Athletics Championships that are set to take place in August this year. Expenditure for Sable's Switzerland training camp will be covered under MIAS's Target Olympic Podium scheme and cover Avinash and his coach's airfare, visa fees, local transport costs, boarding and lodging fees, and so on. The Assam Olympic Association, the apex body of sports in the state, felicitated boxing sensation Lavlina Borgohain, who recently won the IBA World Boxing Championship, Naranmani Saikia, who won the gold at the Commonwealth Games, and Hemonto Kolita, Secretary General of Boxing Federation of India, at a gala ceremony in Guwahati on Thursday. Wrestler Aman Sehrawat clinched India's first gold medal At the Asian Wrestling Championships in Astana on Thursday, Sitharaman claimed the gold medal in the 57 kg category, defeating Kyrgyzstan's Almas Manbekov in the final clash. Andrei Rublev advanced in the Monte Carlo Masters at the expense of compatriot Karen Khachanov. The opening set of the match came down to which player would blink first in tricky conditions. Rubinov said that it was all downhill after he took the opening set, which he described as all mental. Well, number one, Novak Djokovic suffered a shock loss in 3 sets to Italian Lorenzo Musetti in the third round in the Monte Carlo Masters, marking the biggest win of Musetti's career. He will play compatriot Yannick Sinner in the quarterfinal. Daniil Medvedev survived a dramatic late-night marathon against Alexander Zverev at the Monte Carlo Masters, where third seed rallied to a third round victory. Al Wakra scored a rollicking win over Al Shamal in week 19 of the 2022-23 season QNB Stars League at the Al Wakra Stadium on Thursday. The win took the Blue Wave into the top 4 of the league rankings. They now have a tally of 30 points from 19 games, while Al Shamal are 9th with 17 points from 18 matches. Time for a short break. On the other side, Badra Congress now feels KC Venugopal and Kamal Nath no meeting yet with top brass as far as Sachin Pilot concerned. Also, stage set for the biggest Bihu celebrations in Assam. Prime Minister to take part in the event.
Inaugural run of the prestigious Vande Bharat
Mediation will work when there is uncertainty of winning by any one party. इसलिए जो judgment आया यही सबसे उत्तम है. This puts an end to the whole issue.
Assertive 1% that wants to open the wounds again. They do not operate only by the verdict of the court.
I continuously say this कि सोच बदलो तो किस्मत बदलेगी.
I believe that you are soaked in the philosophy of nation first.
Today we recall the patriotism of those brave service officers, police persons, civilians who rubbed their shoulders to defeat terrorism at Mumbai, and the patriotic fervor that was generated by them, I think, has generated a new kind of nationalism amongst the citizens of our country.
All of the BJP leadership, everyone is criticizing the Mahagathbandhan, but Gadkari is one senior leader in the BJP who has never taken on the Gathbandhan.
महागठबंधन जो वीक है, जो डिफीटेड है, ऐसे अशक्त लोगों की अलायंस का नाम है महागठबंधन.
world leaders have promised everything to everyone in the so-called Sustainable Development Goals. Not surprisingly, the world and all the G20 countries are vastly off track to deliver. Even India won't deliver everything, but India has improved faster than any other G20 nation from 2015 to 19. India shows that prioritizing achievable, deliverable development matters. Yet the rich world incessantly stress climate change. And yes, climate is a challenge, but one of many. And currently climate policies cost trillions of dollars, yet deliver trivial temperature reductions in a century from now. In a world where we can't do everything, India is uniquely placed to demand the world focus on the most efficient development policies first. Growth, jobs, education, health is at the top of India's priorities, as it is across most of the world.
Welcome back. Well, after back-to-back surprises by the Pawars, sources have informed Republic that KC Venugopal is set to meet Uddhav Thackeray now. So a meeting scheduled between KC Venugopal of the Congress and Uddhav Thackeray. The MVA differences, are they out in the open now, or is this something else? We're hearing that KC Venugopal of the Congress is to meet Uddhav Thackeray of Maharashtra. Are the differences in the Mahavikas Aghadi out in the open? Earlier, Sharad Pawar was there meeting with leaders of the Congress, and joining me now is Sandeep from Mumbai for this latest breaking news development. Sandeep, what are you hearing? And what can you tell our viewers about what's happening in the Mahavikas Aghadi?
See, Rukma, Uddhav Thackeray was under the attack by Bharatiya Janata Party and also with the Eknath Shinde's Shiv Sena. In regards of that, no other leaders have, in fact, not Babasaheb had never visited Delhi to meet Sonia Gandhi or Rahul Gandhi. And in fact, there are differences being reported within the Mahavikas Aghadi, whether it is Sharad Pawar's statement on Adani, whether it is Sharad Pawar's statement on Narendra Modi's degree. There were several sorts of differences that was in fact witnessed within Mahavikas Aghadi, and due to that, it is now KC Venugopal would be in fact visiting Uddhav Thackeray at Matoshri. Remember, Babasaheb Thackeray never stepped out from Matoshri to meet any big leaders in Delhi. Now, as Uddhav was already under attack by Bharatiya Janata Party, it is time for now Congress Party and the Uddhav faction to settle the scores. And now it seems that not only KC Venugopal, it will also be Rahul Gandhi soon, who will be visiting Matoshri. And in fact, there are several differences in regards of seat sharings and several statements made by Uddhav faction leader Sanjay Raut and several other leaders within Mahavikas Aghadi. So definitely this will be an important meeting, although as Uddhav faction is already under the attack by Bharatiya Janata Party, it is a meeting to show that Mahavikas Aghadi is united and everything is all right. But definitely it will be a matter of concern for not only Uddhav faction but also for Congress Party, as there are Lok Sabha and Assembly elections there in the state of Maharashtra, and in fact there would be a discussion over seat sharing as NCP and Shiv Sena are wanting more and more seats to contest in Lok Sabha election. Congress is left with very less seats. So there are also a disturbance within the Mahavikas Aghadi on seat sharing as well. So definitely these are some of the topics that will be in fact discussed, and in fact a message will also be given that...
Right, Sandeep. So all eyes on that meeting, Sandeep. So you stay on that. We will be right back with you later in the day for more to catch up. Many thanks for that update. And coming up, Mafia Don's son gunned down in encounter, Atik and brother to be quizzed now by the ATS. Also spooked by United States and South Korean military drills, Kim tests missiles in a fresh provocation.
जूनियर वर्ल्ड चैंपियन रहे हैं नीरज चोपड़ा।
2020 में स्वर्ण पदक जीत लिया है भारत के थ्रोअर नीरज चोपड़ा ने।
Mediation will work when there is uncertainty of winning by any one party. इसलिए जो judgment आया यही सबसे उत्तम है. This puts an end to the whole issue.
Assertive 1% that wants to open the wounds again. They do not operate only by the verdict of the court.
Today we recall the patriotism of those brave service officers, police persons, civilians who rubbed their shoulders to defeat terrorism at Mumbai, and the patriotic fervor that was generated by them, I think, has generated a new kind of nationalism amongst the citizens of our country.
Dear viewers, in a few days we are bringing to you once again the Republic Summit. And this year our theme is fittingly about how this is a time of transformation. Yes, this is a time of transformation for an India that is growing 4 times faster than the world average. It is a time of transformation for an India whose manufacturing exports grow 40% year on year on the back of COVID, while China witnesses a major loss. This is a time of transformation, of opportunity for India that has let go of the dollar hangover, and the rupee is closer to being accepted as international currency. And nearly 60% of all digital payments are already UPI based. Isn't this the very moment to come together and think of how we can make the transformation even quicker? So please join me and join all of us at Republic TV as we bring to you the Republic Summit this year on the theme of a time of transformation. See you there.
World leaders have promised everything to everyone in the so-called Sustainable Development Goals. Not surprisingly, the world and all the G20 countries are vastly off track to deliver. Even India won't deliver everything, but India has improved faster than any other G20 nation from 2015 to 19. India shows that prioritizing achievable, deliverable development matters. Yet the rich world incessantly stress climate change. And yes, climate is a challenge, but one of many. And currently, climate policies cost trillions of dollars, yet deliver trivial temperature reductions in a century from now. In a world where we can't do everything, India is uniquely placed to demand the world focus on the most efficient development policies first. Growth, jobs, education, health is at the top of India's priorities, as it is across most of the world. Climate is there too, but nowhere near the top. I will
India's biggest news event is back. The 3rd edition of the Republic Summit will be held in the national capital this month. The biggest names, the biggest newsmakers, the biggest agents of change and transformation in India will be at the Republic Summit once again. So stand by for what will be by far India's biggest news event by miles. India's transformation is for us to celebrate together, to take pride in together. What does this time of transformation mean to you? Tell us what this transformation means to you and send us your video on it via WhatsApp on 7304434381. The most compelling responses will get in-house seats to India's biggest news event, the Republic Summit. Join us in celebrating this time of transformation. And it's time now for the news at 11. I'm Rukma with you. Here are the headlines. Mafia Don's son gunned down in encounter, Atik and brother to be quizzed by the ATS. After back-to-back Pawar surprises KC Venugopal to now meet Uddhav Thackeray, is it time up for the Aghadi? And Nitish makes last-ditch efforts to unite the opposition. Key meeting with Pawar, Rahul and Uddhav in Mumbai next.
20 members. That any action on crypto assets will have to be global.
In the United States, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman calls for global crypto regulations. No decision on pilot revolt. Vadra Congress now feels KC Venugopal and Kamal Nath. No meeting yet with the top brass. And the stage is set for the biggest Bihu celebrations in Assam. Prime Minister to take part in mega event. And in Guwahati, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will dedicate the 300 crore rupees worth of development projects on the first day of the state's Spring Festival, Rongali Bihu, the festival that heralds in the new year in Assam. The Prime Minister is scheduled to arrive in Guwahati at 11:30. That's just a short while from now, and attend the first program of the day at the All India Institute of Medical Sciences there. He will also attend the Platinum Jubilee celebrations. But for more on that, from all the details, let's get them from the ground for you. Joining me are my colleagues Anirudh and Rakshita. A very good morning to you. First of all, coming to you, Rakshita, give us a sense of the kind of atmosphere there. How is Saru Sajai, planning this mega event that's set to go down in history?
Well, it's going to be an electrifying performance, I can assure you that. And the stage is, of course, set. And first of all, happy Bihu to you, Rukma, and all the viewers celebrating the festival today. It's the Assamese New Year. It's the start of the seeding season. As you can see, more than 11,000 performers. And you can see all are gearing up on your screens right now, viewers. Everybody, all the drummers are there. And they're all going inside this stadium, all set for the record performance that will be, of course, given out before the Prime Minister this evening. And we are here at the stadium in Assam, and you can see there are many tribes. All people from various tribes of Assam have also gathered here to welcome the Prime Minister on the entrance. And right now you can see several thousands of performers here, 11,400 performers at least that will be performing and setting a Guinness Book of World Records today. And you can see that everybody is here in full festive mode. And so, how are you going to perform today? Are you excited for the performance?
हाँ, बहुत excited हूँ.
Prime Minister भी आने वाले हैं, prize money मिलने वाला है.
हाँ, 25,000.
So excited?
हाँ, excited. बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है, बहुत excited हूँ.
So you can see everybody is excited, and there will be 25,000 prize money, 25,000 rupees prize money for every performer out here. That is what CM Himanta Biswa Sharma had announced. And as you can see, that this is the biggest performance, this is the biggest Bihu performance in the world that is going to take place today. And you can see in white, if you can see right across this queue, right across, I'll tell my VJ to pan to that area. You can see there are people from the Naga tribe, performers from the Naga tribe as well, various tribes from Manipur as well. And let us tell you that these ladies you can see here in red costume who are going to perform the Bihu dance, they are from several districts, more than 30 districts of Assam. You can see they have all gathered here. After 10th of April, they have gathered here in Guwahati and have been preparing there. And today is going to be the biggest performance, and Assam will be on the world map today, Rukma.
Right. Coming across to Anirudh now. Anirudh, give us a sense of, the Prime Minister will be attending this event. There's lots on his agenda. Take us through it.
Yes, Rukma, it's a very important day not only for Assam but for everyone across the northeast, because today the Prime Minister will be dedicating projects worth 14,300 crore to the nation, and of them some of the foundation stones are to be laid and some to be inaugurated today. And as we speak today, you can let me tell you that this is a massive push of the center that is reflecting. As soon as the Prime Minister Narendra Modi took over in 2014, sensing the earlier policy of which was formulated by Atal Bihari Vajpayee, that is the look is policy, he made it act is policy, and made it also mandatory for every union minister to spend a night in Guwahati every 15 days. So this actually transformed in a great way, and as we speak today from Sarojai, right now at around 11:30 the Prime Minister will be landing at the Guwahati airport. From there he will be straight going to the inauguration of the AIMS Sanctuary, and apart from the AIMS, there are 3 other medical colleges which are to be inaugurated today, and after that he will be taking part in the Platinum Jubilee celebration of the Guwahati High Court, and towards the evening from Sarojai he will be inaugurating projects worth more than 1,200 crore. If there are methanol projects, there are projects of the NF Railway, there are foundation stone laying of 2 bridges over Brahmaputra, and all this in the pipeline as part of the centre's massive push towards the northeast, that is the actist mode. And this aims in Guwahati or the medical colleges, or all these projects are not only for the people of Assam or for the people of northeast, but it will in a greater way benefit the entire eastern India, or you can say the Southeast Asia. And as we speak here today, you can see people from all walks of life, people from various communities, people from various tribes have thronged the Sarojai Stadium to witness the largest ever Bihu dance performance in the world. Already yesterday, history was inscripted as the record as the attempt was made to make it to the Guinness Book of World Records, and the record was established yesterday. Today the official declaration is awaited. In the presence of Prime Minister, the certificate of the Guinness World Record will be handed over to the state government of Assam. And as we speak, you can see here these are girls from the Bodo community. We have girls and boys from each and every community representing not only Assam but all the 7 sisters together, and they are here to welcome the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister will be doing a roadshow from the BJP state office, that is in Vasishta, to the Sarojai Stadium, and as he enters the Sarojai Stadium, thousands of folk performers, thousands of performers from each and every community, each and every tribe, each and every religious sect, or you can say each and every section of society have gathered here to welcome the Prime Minister. And as we speak here, the gates, earlier the gates were only open for the performers to enter, but now as we speak here, the gates for the visitors as well is being opened, and in a short while from now there will be the people who wants to witness this program will be coming in. It was the entire stadium is completely packed. We are getting to know more than 11,000 performers will be there. But apart from that, another 30 to 40,000 set of people are here to witness this mega event in Guwahati. Rukma.
Right, Anirudh. Well, stay with us. Going back once again to Rakshita. Well, we'll have to leave it at that for now. Anirudh and Rakshita, the Prime Minister likely to land in just a few minutes from now. Many thanks to both of you for taking our viewers through those wonderful images and that detailed description. And moving on now to some political news that's coming in about Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar, who is in the national capital making last-ditch efforts to unite the opposition. And in the latest development, sources have informed that after Sharad Pawar, Nitish Kumar and Rahul Gandhi will soon meet Uddhav Thackeray. And the meeting might take place in Mumbai at Matoshri. Uddhav Thackeray and Rahul Gandhi will hold talks regarding opposition unity and chalk out a strategy, it appears, for the Lok Sabha elections. Issues like seat distribution and Veer Savarkar insult are also likely to be discussed. So, well, the opposition efforts to unite, led by the Chief Minister of Bihar, Nitish Kumar now. And very soon he could be on his way to Mumbai, to Matoshri, in fact, to meet Uddhav Thackeray for talks. And joining me is Anuj for whatever are the latest details that are emerging about these latest talks, about these latest initiatives being led by Nitish Kumar. Anuj, it's over to you.
Well, exactly. This is something what we are seeing continuously, that this is again an attempt by the opposition parties to show their unity, and this time the flag has been taken by Nitish Kumar. And we have seen how Nitish Kumar met with the Congress leadership, the top bosses of the Congress party, then with the Aam Aadmi Party Supremo, Arvind Kejriwal. Yesterday it was with the Left Party. Nitish Kumar trying his level best to show the unity of the opposition. We have seen the same kind of attempt in back in 2014 also at the time of Lok Sabha election, but we do understand that that particular attempt was also seems to be failed, and now this is again as by BJP. If we talk about Bharatiya Janata Party reaction on the same, then this is being stated that nothing is going to happen and this is again going to be failed. Whereas this is something what we have seen in the parliament also this time. We have seen in the budget session how the opposition on Adani issue demanding the JPC shown their unity. On the other hand, on the matter of Rahul Gandhi, disqualification of Rahul Gandhi, there also the opposition parties have shown their unity. But this is to wait and watch how it is going to pan out. If we talk about the general election, that who is going to lead the front? If this front came out, if this front happens, then who is going to lead it? Because we have big players like Mamata Banerjee, we have players like Sharad Pawar, we have the politicians like Arvind Kejriwal. So when these politicians are coming together, but this is not decided that who is going to lead the front. This is going to be the most and the bigger trouble for the opposition party. But yes, this can never be denied that Nitish Kumar meeting with the opposition leadership, we have seen it meeting with the Congress party leadership, being it Rahul Gandhi, being it other leader of the Congress party, the top process, being it Aam Aadmi Party Supremo, that's Arvind Kejriwal.
So as you said, Nitish holding the flag now. As far as efforts to unite the opposition are concerned, very quickly I'd like to go across to Sandeep, who's joining us from Mumbai. Sandeep, you were right. It appears Nitish is now all set to visit Matoshri next in his efforts to unite the opposition. But there could be many issues within the Mahavikas Aghadi itself. Veer Savarkar among them.
Indeed, Rukma, as you rightly mentioned, that Veer Savarkar is one of the important issues that needs to be, in fact, clarified within the Mahavikas Aghadi. Remember, in the last meeting with the opposition party in Delhi, it was unanimously decided that no opposition leader will be raising the Veer Savarkar issue. Apart from that, there are a lot of differences within the Mahavikas Aghadi, not only over Savarkar issue, but over the stand on Adani, over the stand on Prime Minister Narendra Modi's degree, over the stand on the seat-sharing policy of Mahavikas Aghadi as Uddhav Thackeray faction and NCP are not willing to allot more seats to Congress party. So not only just Nitish Kumar, but it is also being said, Rishma, that Rahul Gandhi is also set to meet Uddhav Thackeray.
Well, Sandeep, will have to come back to this question later on because we're really running out of time. Many thanks for joining us there. We'll be coming back to this question later on as well. But now the news is that Matushri is to have another very high-profile visitor very soon. Let's move on now. Prime Minister Narendra Modi pays a tribute to Bhim Rao Ambedkar, social reformer, economist, jurist and the architect of India's constitution, on his birth anniversary. Prime Minister says Ambedkar dedicated his life to the empowerment of the deprived and the exploited sections of society, posting an audio clip of his earlier remarks on Ambedkar's life. President Draupadi Murmu along with Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar, Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla and other top leaders paid tribute to Babasaheb Ambedkar on his birth anniversary in Parliament premises. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, pointing to how India's G20 presidency has garnered attention in key areas, stated that the third pillar will now have to be sustainable goals and other climate-related objectives, climate funding and so forth. Sitharaman also highlighted the post-pandemic development requirements and laid emphasis on how the focus should be on them solely.
Where countries will have to come together, but the IMF dealing with it has also brought in this dimension that there can be issues of macroeconomic stability itself. And today I'm very glad to have heard the European Central Bank chief, Christine Lagarde, speak about specific example of how money have been routed into this operation, resulting in too many such companies who are getting involved in it, raising questions of where the trail is.
Uzar Afshar Ali, Imtiaz Ahmed, Pradeep Bakshi, Mohammad Saddam Hussain, Talha Khan, Bhanu Pratap Prasad and Fayaz Khan. Ahead of Karnataka Assembly elections, Bengaluru police catch 2 men with 1 crore rupees unaccounted for cash in an auto rickshaw near the city market. Duo were caught with the cash of 2 bags in an auto rickshaw, have been identified as Suresh and Praveen. Bengaluru Central DCP R. Srinivas Gowda has informed that both are taken into custody and the money will be handed over to the Income Tax Department. Mumbai's Sakinaka police arrested a fake police officer identified as Kailash Khamkar, who used to target pawn shops and extort money from them on the pretext of keeping cigarettes in these shops. According to Mumbai Sakinaka police, they have seized a police ID and several packets of foreign cigarette packs have been seized from him. Anti-narcotics cell of Mira Bhayandar Vasai Virar police arrested Nigerian drug peddler from Nala Supara area and recovered drugs worth 32 lakh rupees from him. According to police, a case has been registered against the Nigerian drug peddler under NDPS Act 353 and 323. With just a few days to go with just a short while to go for the Bengali New Year to begin, also known as Poila Boishakh, Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee gave the people of Kolkata a reason to rejoice by inaugurating a 6-story state-of-the-art indoor cultural complex, the Dhana Dhanyo Stadium Auditorium in the city's Alipur area. After inaugurating the Dhana Dhanyo Auditorium, Mamata Banerjee said the modern marvel is a symbol of progress and development in the state. K. Kavita of the BRS and MLC and daughter of Telangana Chief Minister KCR, has denied having links with the incarcerated conman Sukesh Chandrasekhar. Kavita claims she was not aware of any person named Sukesh Chandrasekhar. Alleges certain media organizations are deliberately spreading false propaganda against her. And the national capital reported fresh 1,527 COVID-19 cases and 2 deaths in the last 24 hours, according to a daily bulletin issued by the Delhi Health Department. Meanwhile, the active cases in the national capital now stand at 3,962.
कल सायंकाल तक शुद्ध पेयजल के कनेक्शन उपलब्ध करवाने के कार्य संपन्न हो चुके हैं और ये कार्यक्रम लगातार आगे बढ़ेगा। भाइयों बहनों, ये एक बड़ा कार्यक्रम है। किसी भी व्यक्ति को बिना भेदभाव के शासन की योजना का लाभ, और इस अवसर पर जल शक्ति मंत्री श्री स्वतंत्र देव जी आए। मैं उन्हें अभिनंदन करूंगा कि उन्होंने पूरी मजबूती के साथ इन कार्यक्रमों को आगे बढ़ाया है। आज हम सब यहाँ पर बाबा साहब भीमराव अंबेडकर महासभा के द्वारा आयोजित कार्यक्रम में स्मरण करने के लिए आए हैं। इस अवसर पर बाबा साहब भीमराव अंबेडकर का चित्र हर सरकारी कार्यालय में लगेगा। आज आप देख रहे होंगे, हर कार्यालय में आप जाते होंगे, बाबा साहब भीमराव अंबेडकर का चित्र वहां पर लग करके एक नई प्रेरणा देता है, स्मरण कराता है अपने कर्तव्यों के प्रति। अब केवल संवैधानिक अधिकारों की बात नहीं होती है, संवैधानिक कर्तव्यों की बात भी होती है। देश के प्रति हमारा क्या कर्तव्य है, समाज के प्रति हमारा क्या कर्तव्य है, इनकी भी चर्चा होती है। यही तो बाबा साहब भीमराव अंबेडकर की प्रेरणा है। और मैं इस अवसर पर बधाई दूंगा अंबेडकर महासभा के संस्थापक अध्यक्ष के रूप में डॉक्टर लालजी प्रसाद निर्मल जी को, जो आज उत्तर प्रदेश विधान परिषद के सदस्य भी हुए हैं। प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी के प्रति, भारतीय जनता पार्टी के राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष जेपी नड्डा जी के प्रति हृदय से धन्यवाद ज्ञापित करते हैं कि उन्होंने दलितों की एक आवाज को सम्मानित करते हुए उत्तर प्रदेश के उच्च सदन में स्थान दिया है। और इस अवसर पर मैं उन्हें हृदय से बधाई देता हूं, अभिनंदन करता हूं और विश्वास व्यक्त करता हूं कि आवाज दबनी नहीं चाहिए। बाबा साहब भीमराव अंबेडकर ने तो एक ही प्रेरणा दी, शिक्षित बनो, अपने हक के लिए लड़ो, जीवन में उच्च आदर्शों का पालन करो। जीवन भर बाबा साहब भीमराव अंबेडकर इन कार्यक्रमों को लेकर के चलते रहे। आज हम सब यहां पर उन्हें स्मरण कर रहे हैं, उनकी स्मृतियों को नमन कर रहे हैं। मैं इस अवसर पर एक बार फिर से आप सबको आश्वस्त करता हूं, प्रदेश सरकार हर गरीब, हर दलित, हर वंचित समाज के हर उस तबके के हितों के लिए कार्य करने के लिए प्रतिबद्ध है जो इससे पहले शोषित था, पीड़ित था, किन्हीं कारणों से उसे अपमानित किया जाता था। आज कोई अपमानित नहीं कर सकता है। हर व्यक्ति को जियो और जीने दो के साथ चलने के लिए सरकार पूरी प्रतिबद्धता के साथ कार्य करेगी। मैं एक बार फिर से भारत माता के इस महान सपूत, भारतीय संविधान के शिल्पी बाबा साहब डॉक्टर भीमराव अंबेडकर की स्मृतियों को नमन करते हुए प्रदेश सरकार की ओर से उन्हें विनम्र श्रद्धांजलि अर्पित करता हूं। धन्यवाद। जय हिंद।
All of the BJP leadership, everyone is criticizing the Mahagathbandhan, but Gadkari is one senior leader in the BJP who has never taken on the Gathbandhan.
महागठबंधन जो वीक है, जो डिफीटेड है, ऐसे अशक्त लोगों की अलायंस का नाम है महागठबंधन।
World leaders have promised everything to everyone in the so-called Sustainable Development Goals. Not surprisingly, the world and all the G20 countries are vastly off track to deliver. Even India won't deliver everything, but India has improved faster than any other G20 nation from 2015 to 19. India shows that prioritizing achievable, deliverable development matters. Yet the rich world incessantly stress climate change. And yes, climate is a challenge, but one of many. And currently climate policies cost trillions of dollars, yet deliver trivial temperature reductions in a century from now. In a world where we can't do everything, India is uniquely placed to demand the world focus on the most efficient development policies first. Growth, jobs, education, health is at the top of India's priorities, as it is across most of the world. Climate is there too, but nowhere near the top. I will talk about how smart policies can help India and the world achieve amazing progress for little money. Better education, ending tuberculosis, more trade, lower mortality for mothers and infants, higher agricultural production, and better nutrition. Chairing the G20, India can help all of us focus on the smartest solutions for the challenges faced by the Global South. I'll challenge popular opinion at India's biggest news event, the Republic Summit, which is by far India's most high-profile event. I'll see you there.
What is the secret for this longevity?
In this 40 years, I have done all kinds of films. I've raised the bar. Sometimes I failed miserably. People made fun of me. Films have been successful, critically acclaimed. So it's been a fantastic journey. Just get up in the morning and go for work. And you feel blessed. कि यार आज सुबह आप उठे हैं and you can breathe. You can be grateful to God and be grateful कि आपके पास काम है. I was always a good listener. I would listen to people, learn from them, and that's what you do, and you keep on working. That's it. For me, this is one of the feathers of my career that today Republic Summit, Arnav साहब ने मुझे कहा कि आप आओ, तो मुझे ऐसा लगा this is a proud moment for me.
I continuously say this कि सोच बदलो तो किस्मत बदलेगी.
I believe that you are soaked in the philosophy of nation first.
All of the BJP leadership, everyone is criticizing the Mahagathbandhan, but Gadkari is one senior leader in the BJP who has never taken on the Gathbandhan.
महागठबंधन जो वीक है, जो डिफीटेड है, ऐसे अशक्त लोगों की अलायंस का नाम है महागठबंधन.
Dear viewers, in a few days we are bringing to you once again the Republic Summit. And this year our theme is fittingly about how the
Good morning. You're watching Live and Breaking. I'm Nupur Talwar Suri, and India's biggest news event is here. The third edition of the Republic Summit will be held at the national capital. The biggest names, the biggest newsmakers, the biggest agents of change and transformation will be at the Republic Summit once again. Now, this will, of course, by far be India's biggest news event. India's transformation is for us to celebrate together, to take pride in it together. What does this time of transformation mean to you? Tell us what this transformation means to you and send us your videos on it via WhatsApp on 730-4434-381. The most compelling responses will get in-house seats to India's biggest news event, the Republic Summit. So join us in celebrating this time of transformation. And here's a look at the headlines this morning. Mafia Don's son is gunned down in an encounter. Atik and his brother will be quizzed by the ATS today. After back-to-back Pawar surprises. KC Venugopal will be meeting Uddhav Thackeray. Is it time up for the Aghadi? Nitish Kumar makes a last-ditch effort to unite the opposition. Key meeting with Sharad Pawar, Rahul Gandhi and Uddhav Thackeray in Mumbai next. In the United States, Finance Minister calls for global crypto regulation.
Will have to be global. All G20 members, that any action on crypto assets will have to be global.
No decision on pilots' revolt yet. The Congress now feels KC Venugopal and Kamal Nath. No meeting yet with the top brass. And stage is set for the biggest Bihu celebration in Assam. The Prime Minister will be taking part in this event. We are now cutting across to pictures that we are getting from Punjab. This is of the former Chief Minister Charanjit Channi appearing before the Vigilance Bureau in Mohali. Channi, of course, is being investigated in a case related to disproportionate assets. The Congress, of course, has called this vendetta politics, and the Congress says that the Aam Aadmi Party's government is behind this. Pictures on your screen are of Charanjit Channi now making his way to the Vigilance Bureau's office in Mohali. He is being quizzed in a disproportionate assets case. Let's go across to Amandeep, who's bringing us all the details in this. Amandeep, give us a sense of what you see around you. Of course, we are told that the former Chief Minister has now reached the Vigilance Bureau's office. Also, give us more details in terms of, what these investigations revolve around.
Well, Nupur, the present update is that Charanjit Channi has appeared before Vigilance, and Vigilance has started questioning Charanjit Channi regarding his assets and disproportionate asset inquiry. And even on the other side, that Channi was claiming that he is not owning a single inch of land presently, and even he claiming that it is the propaganda of Aam Aadmi Party that they are trying to distract him from the Lok Sabha bypolls of Jalandhar campaigning. And even Channi has reached a Vigilance office following the summons issued by Vigilance Bureau in Mohali, and even in an inquiry regarding the disproportionate assets of Charanjit Channi during the tenureship of the Congress party in last 5 years. Earlier Channi was minister, and for 3 months he remained as a chief minister also. And in that tenure, Channi Vigilance has asked them to provide the details of his assets that he has made, and also the source of the income matching to his assets also. So this is the part of the inquiry, but Channi is continuously blaming the politics and the Aam Aadmi Party that they are trying to indulge him into this fake inquiry that has no base, and even he himself has having not even a single inch of land by his name. And in fact, he has also claimed that from 2004 to 2015 he was a property dealer and later turned the politician, but while fighting the election he has sold his entire land, and now he has not having a single inch of land, and in fact his native house is also under the debt of bank. So these are the statements that has been released by Channi before appearing to the Vigilance office. But now Vigilance has started their own procedure, and in fact Channi was asked by the Vigilance officers to provide the details of his property and even also the income of last 5 years. And later on the Vigilance inquiry will be carried forward according to the details provided by Charanjit Channi. But yes, trouble mounting situation for former Chief Minister of Congress Party Charanjit Channi in a disproportionate asset case, and now Vigilance is conducting this inquiry, but so far no FIR has been registered. And even Channi has also claimed that he is facing the threat to his life as well, and he might be arrested by the Vigilance Bureau today itself. These are the claims made by Charanjit Channi before reaching to Vigilance office as well. So Channi and Congress Party, Nupur, are blaming Aam Aadmi Party for doing the propaganda against Congress. But on the other side, Vigilance has started questioning Charanjit
All right.
Channi regarding his
Absolutely.
assets and source of income during the tenure of
So
last
as
5
you're
years.
pointing out, obviously, this may mean trouble for the former Chief Minister who's been questioned by the Vigilance Bureau even as we speak. Thank you very much for joining us. Amandeep reporting from Chandigarh on that.
चेकिंग होएगी
एक चीज और बड़ा सादा तो कुर्सी पर है हाई कोर्ट में स्टे ली हुई है ਉਹਦੇ ਬਸ ਕਿਆਸੀ ਵੀ ਦੇਖੋ ਨਾ ਜੀ ਮੇਰਾ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਕਿ ਆਪਣਾ ਘਰ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਮੇਰਾ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਨ ਆਇਆ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਅਸੀਂ 50 ਸਾਲ ਤੋਂ ਰਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਉਹ ਅੱਜ ਕੁਰਕੀ ਪਰ ਆਇਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਹਾਈ ਕੋਰਟ ਚੋਂ ਮੈਂ ਸਟੇ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਇਆ ਮੇਰੇ ਕੋਲ ਕੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਪਰਟੀ ਹੋਏਗੀ ਜੋ ਮਰਜ਼ੀ ਕਰ ਲੈ ਜਾਂਚ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਹੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਜਾਂਚ ਟੋਟਲੀ ਪੋਲੀਟੀਕਲ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਰਨ ਦੇਣਾ ਪਊਗਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ
चेकिंग होएगी
Well, the Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be in Guwahati today. He will be inaugurating projects worth about 14,500 crore rupees. It includes, of course, the AIMS that is also set to be inaugurated in Guwahati. He will also be participating in Bihu celebrations later. Let's, in fact, go across to our reporters on the ground. We've got Anirudh, who's joining us. I think Rakshita will also be joining us for more on this. But first, straight up to Anirudh. Anirudh, of course, is at the venue of where these celebrations are going to take place. So there you can see it, crowds of people moving in right now to the venue where this biggest Bihu performance is going to take place. Now, we're also told that the Prime Minister will be present when the Assam government is given the Guinness Book of World Records certificate for this massive performance that took place yesterday. There are several other projects that the Prime Minister will also be inaugurating. We are given to understand that they're worth about 14,300 crore rupees. These are largely development projects and infrastructure projects that will be inaugurated. So pictures on your screen are of the Prime Minister who arrived in Assam a short while ago, of course being welcomed by the Chief Minister of Assam, Hemanta Biswa Sarma, a while ago. And thereafter, of course, he will first be making his way, I think, to the AIMS that is going to be to the AIMS in Guwahati, and thereafter he will be attending the Platinum Jubilee celebrations of the Assam High Court. And the focus continues to remain on the biggest Bihu event that also takes place today. I think we've got Aniruddha joining us right now. So Aniruddha, you've been taking us through the preparations that have been put in place for the Prime Minister's visit to Assam. Give us a broad sense of what his program's looking like.
Yes, Nupur. In fact, Prime Minister Narendra Modi landed a short while back at the LGBI airport in Guwahati, and from there he will be now going for the inauguration of the All India Institute of Medical Sciences at Sangsari. The foundation stone of this AIMS was laid in 2017, and from then onward, in record time span, this medical institution has been constructed, and today it will be dedicated to the nation by the Prime Minister. This AIMS in Guwahati will not only be a blessing for the people of Assam, but also for all across Northeast and also parts of Southeast Asia, because many people from other parts also come here for advanced medical treatment. And apart from the AIMS in Sangsari, the Prime Minister will also be dedicating 3 medical colleges to the nation today. That is the Nalbari, Kokrajhar and the Nagaon medical colleges, which has been completed by the state government. These are state medical colleges which the Prime Minister will be dedicating to the nation today. This is going to be a very historic day for the state of Assam and Northeast in particular, because throughout the day the Prime Minister will be taking part in various events. In fact, he will also be addressing the 75th year celebration or the Platinum Jubilee celebration of the Guwahati High Court at Srimanta Sankadev Kalakshetra, and from there at around 4:30 p.m. he will be coming to Horu Hosai to participate in the largest ever Bihu celebration that the world is going to witness today. And while en route to Horu Hosai Stadium, the Prime Minister will be also doing a roadshow in a short span, because many public who couldn't make it to the stadium because the seat capacity is very much limited, they will be waiting outside on the highway. As the Prime Minister comes here, the Prime Minister will be welcomed in a traditional way to the stadium, where more than 11,000 performers will be performing and creating a record. Nupur.
All right, do stay with us, Anirudh. We are also going to go across now to Rakshita. Rakshita, I can see you surrounded by, local people who must be extremely excited about the Prime Minister's visit. And this is going to be an event, at least the Bihu part of it, that's going to be, very keenly watched by people.
Well, there's a lot of, enthusiasm there among the performers. Here you can see there are many people from the various tribes of Assam who are here. They will be welcoming the Prime Minister. The Bihu performance, of course, will be taking place in the evening. But these are several performers from various tribes who are present at the gate of the stadium when the Prime Minister will enter. And there will be several folk dances by these various members of various tribes here, and you can see at the entrance there are many people who will be part of the Bihu performance there. They are all gathering up in thousands, and as Anirudh was saying, that more than 11,000 performers are all set to perform here before the Prime Minister. They will be handed over certificates. They will all get 25,000 rupees each prize money as well. And here are a lot of people, people from all age groups in fact, but the performers most of them are young, and they're all geared up. कैसा लग रहा है आपको और कितना एक्साइटमेंट है? बहुत एक्साइटमेंट है. प्राइम मिनिस्टर आने वाले हैं, सीएम आने वाले हैं, प्राइज मनी मिलने वाला है. कैसा लग रहा है आपको? बहुत अच्छा. और कब से आप लोग यहाँ पर हैं? यहाँ पर प्रैक्टिस कब से कर रहे हो? हम आज से 7 दिन हो गया. 7 दिन हो गया. Chalo. All the best for your performance today. And you can see here a lot of security arrangement, heavy security, as Prime Minister has landed also at the airport. And all across Assam we have seen heavy security there. There are several diversions also here, road diversions. But several people are gathering here. Performers are still coming in. There's a huge influx of performers in fact today for this Bihu performance. And right from the morning we are seeing, of course it's a huge number, more than 11,000 performers are gathering here for the performance. So heavy security, tight security here, and we are of course waiting for that mega performance that is going to put Assam on the world map today. The record has been of course made, but today we are seeing how the Prime Minister and the Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma will be present here and felicitating all of them. Prime Minister is also expected to speak to the performers after the performance as well. So we will keep an eye on that. But since it is the kickstart of the new year, the Assamese New Year, there's great enthusiasm on ground. There's a lot of energy on the ground, and it's going to be an electric performance here.
Bank which is involved in money laundering. And this Srinivas Venkatesh also happens to be the business partner of Sabarish and Vedamurthy in two companies called Spactel UK and Voice Tech System Limited. Both the companies have exactly the same address as St. George Bank.
Inaugural run of this prestigious Vande Bharat
I continuously say this कि सोच बदलो तो किस्मत बदलेगी.
I believe that you are soaked in the philosophy of nation first.
all of the BJP leadership, everyone is criticizing the Mahagathbandhan. But Gadkari is one senior leader in the BJP who has never taken on the Gathbandhan.
महागठबंधन जो वीक है, जो डिफीटेड है, ऐसे अशक्त लोगों की अलायंस का नाम है महागठबंधन.
Dear viewers, in a few days we are bringing to you once again the Republic Summit. And this year our theme is fittingly about how this is a time of transformation. Yes, this is a time of transformation for an India that is growing 4 times faster than the world average. It is a time of transformation for an India whose manufacturing exports grow 40% year on year on the back of COVID, while China witnesses a major loss. This is a time of transformation, of opportunity for India that has let go of the dollar hangover, and the rupee is closer to being accepted as international currency. And nearly 60% of all digital payments are already UPI based. Isn't this the very moment to come together and think of how we can make the transformation even quicker? So please join me and join all of us at Republic TV as we bring to you the Republic Summit this year on the theme of a time of transformation. See you there. Most fundamentally important to us as a narrative for the next 5 years?
There can only be one narrative. There can only be one way forward, and that is development. Where a young democracy breathes, that we also celebrate on this journey of development, where we can actually lead change, not only for our countrymen and women, but also for the world.
जूनियर वर्ल्ड चैंपियन रहे हैं नीरज चोपड़ा.
T20 में बेस्ट वन पदक जीत लिया है भारत के थ्रोअर नीरज चोपड़ा ने.
Mediation will work when there is uncertainty of winning by any one party. इसलिए जो judgment आया यही सबसे उत्तम है. This puts an end to the whole issue.
Assertive 1% that wants to open the wounds again. They do not operate only by the verdict of the court.
Today we recall the patriotism of those
Central Government of India process. So one tweaking they made by addition of custom duty, thereby they changed the priority of companies. Our allegation through our sources is, for the election that happened in 2011, the DMK party and the Deputy Chief Minister then through MK Stalin, he accepted 200 crore bribe from this Alstom through its two technical consultants based out of Singapore and Hong Kong, the company called Indo-European Ventures Private Limited in Singapore, and a company called Global King Technology Limited in Hong Kong. They chose to launder the money, get the money into Tamil Nadu and give the money to the DMK for their election fund. Later, Alstom was charged in America for bribing governments across the world for pushing their product. Accordingly, Alstom was fined by the American financial regulators, both by the US and UK combined regulators, for a sum of USD $772 million. That's a fine they made. So we will be writing to the CBI, and I'll be the complainant also raising this issue. And CBI has to promptly get into it, get the documents, get into the shell companies, and make sure that why was the tender qualification changed. This is a direct allegation we have made on the Honda. It's come to our attention, we are bringing it to the public domain. And not only that, and we are very clear as a party that we want to reflect the true vision of our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, a clean government, a clean party which takes up issues that matters to the public. That is why coming June 1st, 2nd week, once our leaders finalize the BJP unit's Nadai Payanam, in English Padayatra, our leaders and cadres would walk across Tamil Nadu, taking up the issue of corruption, talking about Prime Minister Modi ji, his Gujarat model, how he is against corruption, how Tamil Nadu can change for the better. And for that, we have invited the common people also to join our Nadai Payanam and make it a grand success, because it is not a party-oriented Nadai Payanam, it's a people-oriented Nadai Payanam, Padayatra. So that also we have spoken today. And this part 1 files is not ending today. It will continuously keep happening. And the part 2 will focus more on the Binami assets. Because the new ministers who have come to DMK, they're very clever. They are not like old ministers who have directly invested in asset. They have a lot of Binami holdings and property. That is the new style of DMK post 2010. And we would like to disclose that also in the public forum along with the property, the photographs and everything. Because the whole idea of trying to do this is we want to tell the Tamil people corruption matters. And none of us should take corruption for granted. And none of us should say that every party is corrupt. What is the logic of some party talking about anti-corruption? Let us vote for some party here. That will not hold water now. Because a lot of money is going down the drain. A lot of shell companies are paying money. The common man is suffering. And also we have spoken about the Dravidian model of development, how DMK as a party is trying to fool the Tamil people. Coimbatore and Chennai are cities created by the British to grow their empire and for their export market. And Chennai, which was the original Fort St. George, when the Britishers came and brought this land, when they made the white city and the black city for the natives and the Europeans, from there the city grew as a manufacturing powerhouse. Now a party which came to power in 1967, which talks about Dravidian model of development, we challenge the DMK to show the model of development that is happening beyond Chennai and Coimbatore. The southern Tamil Nadu still has got problems, no development is happening. Central Tamil Nadu is agriculture dependent, no manufacturing or agriculture allied industry is there. So this is also an important talking point which we'll be taking up during our Padayatra. And also I've told the press on behalf of BJP Tamil Nadu, we'll be taking up the questions after a week. Once they examine the documents, once they have the opportunity, go talk to DMK, show them these papers, let them come back with replies, let them say I was not a property, this is not my property, I don't own it. Then we'll be willing to take this on and answer questions also. And we promise you that we will reflect the Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi's vision here truly. Whatever words and letters he's talking, that will be in spirit in BJP Tamil Nadu, because we believe corruption is the single biggest problem for our Tamil society. And if we take it up and Tamil people respond to us, then BJP Tamil Nadu is the only party that is available today which can give a clean government. I thank the press for their patience, but I promise you I'll take your questions after a week, till you have the opportunity to go talk and come.
Press meet you mentioned about that this scam won't end with DMK party.
And normally we are not going one-sided. So moment we talk about scam, we talk about corruption, it is only natural that we talk about every single party that has stayed in power with taxpayers' money. That is only fair and neutral. And in this case, we are not against any party. We are not panga with this party, that party. We have leaders in DMK whom we respect, whom we see outside, a certain segment of leaders. Of course, in other parties also, we respect leaders. But once you take up the corruption angle, it is only fair that you present the facts before the Tamil Makkal of every single political party that has come to power and people's money. So that also will be taking up in the coming months. Thank you, sir. Thank you, madam. Thank you.
So the yatra you are going to lead, or the leaders and
cadres? This yatra we have planned in such a way, sir, that 4 or 5 of our senior leaders will come.
Including yourself?
Including myself. So all of us will be in one part, so that whole Tamil Nadu will come. Thank you, Anna. Thank you, sir. On our website we are uploading all details.
All right, so pictures on your screen right now are of Annamalai of the BJP over there talking about a huge expose. He's asked for a CBI investigation. This, of course, is just the first part. According to him, he's going to be unveiling a lot more in terms of alleged corruption of the DMK. Now, in the US, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has asked for broader regulations to be put on cryptocurrency.
On the digital asset, I'm glad to say that is a proposal which we had come up for discussion among the members. And India's idea of getting, there are of course papers on our request being prepared. One has already been tabled in the G20. IMF has prepared a paper. So has FSB come up with their own paper. A synthesis paper will also be submitted sometime September or October. The idea, I think, I am glad to say, there is a greater acceptance among all G20 members that any action on crypto assets will have to be global. And therefore, that's, I think, one of the biggest advantage that the G20 and its members agree that it's not going to be possible to have an independent, standalone country dealing with the crypto assets, and that it has to have a globally coordinated some kind of a understanding on how to go about regulating crypto assets. The way in which we are seeing this pan out during our presidency is that IMF's paper is being discussed, FSB's paper also will be taken up, synthesis paper will be prepared between the IMF paper and the FSB's paper, both put together. Also a discussion will happen in September, October. End of the day, we see a roadmap being readied on how and what kind of understanding the members of G20 have in this, and it can be taken further forward on specific actions of regulation as and when the G20 takes a call on it.
And coming up next, we get you the latest on the Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister's war against the mafia. And the Mahavikas Aghadi is in a huddle over talk of the fact that it could now be breaking up.
What is the secret for this longevity?
In this 40 years, I have done all kinds of films. I've raised the bar. Sometimes I failed miserably. People made fun of me. Films have been successful, critically acclaimed. So it's been a fantastic journey. Just get up in the morning and go for work. And you feel blessed. कि यार आज सुबह आप उठे हैं and you can breathe. You can be grateful to God and be grateful कि आपके पास काम है. I was always a good listener. I would listen to people, learn from them, and that's what you do, and you keep on working. That's it. For me, this is one of the feathers of my career that today Republic Summit, Arnav साहब ने मुझे कहा कि आप आओ, तो मुझे ऐसा लगा this is a proud moment for me.
जूनियर वर्ल्ड चैंपियन रहे हैं नीरज चोपड़ा।
T20 में बेस्ट वन पदक जीत लिया है भारत के थ्रोअर नीरज चोपड़ा ने।
Inaugural run of the prestigious Vande Bharat
Mediation will work when there is uncertainty of winning by any one party. इसलिए जो judgment आया यही सबसे उत्तम है. This puts an end to the whole issue.
Assertive 1% that wants to open the wounds again. They do not operate only by the verdict of the court.
I continuously say this कि सोच बदलो तो किस्मत बदलेगी.
I believe that you are soaked in the philosophy of nation first.
Today we recall the patriotism of those brave service officers, police persons, civilians who rubbed their shoulders to defeat terrorism at Mumbai, and the patriotic fervor that was generated by them, I think, has generated a new kind of nationalism amongst the citizens of our country.
All of the BJP leadership, everyone is criticizing the Mahagathbandhan, but Gadkari is one senior leader in the BJP who has never taken on the Gathbandhan.
महागठबंधन जो वीक है, जो डिफीटेड है, ऐसे अशक्त लोगों की अलायंस का नाम है महागठबंधन.
World leaders have promised everything to everyone in the so-called Sustainable Development Goals. Not surprisingly, the world and
Good afternoon. You're watching live and breaking on Republic TV, and I'm Nupur Talwar Suri. Well, India's biggest news event is here. The third edition of the Republic Summit will be held in the national capital this month. It's got the biggest names, the biggest newsmakers, and the biggest agents of change and transformation who will be at the Republic Summit this year. Well, stand by for what will be by far India's biggest news event by miles, and India's transformation is for us to celebrate together, to take pride in it together. What does this time of transformation mean to you? Tell us what this transformation means to you and send us your video on it via WhatsApp on 730-4434-381. The most compelling responsive will get in-house seats to India's biggest news event, that's the Republic Summit. So join us in celebrating this time of transformation. A look now at the headlines we are tracking here on Republic. Mafia Don's son is gunned down in an encounter. Atik and his brother will be quizzed by the ATS today. After back-to-back Pawar surprises, KC Venugopal will be meeting Uddhav Thackeray. Is it time up for the Agadi? Nitish Kumar makes a last-ditch effort to unite the opposition. Key meeting with Rahul Gandhi, Sharad Pawar and Uddhav Thackeray in Mumbai next. In the United States, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman calls for global crypto regulation. No decision on Sachin Pilot's revolt yet. The Congress now feels KC Venugopal and Kamal Nath. And stage is set for the biggest Bihu celebration in Assam. The Prime Minister will be participating in the event. Well, straight off to the big political story that we are tracking right now. We are now learning that the Congress party has decided to rope in Kamal Nath as an emissary to pacify Sachin Pilot. But we are told that the Gandhis have still not met Sachin Pilot. In fact, let's go across. We are going to go across to our reporters on the ground in just a bit to get more details on this. But what we know so far is that despite Sachin Pilot having been in Delhi for quite some time, there has been no meeting between him and the Gandhis yet. Let's in fact go across to Anuj, who's reporting on this. Anuj, we are now told that Kamal Nath perhaps is going to be the person who will be talking right now to Sachin Pilot at least. And, there is also, some talk of action being initiated against him. Can you tell us more, please?
Well, if we talk about the whole chapter, if we talk about Sachin Pilot, then yes, this is being seen the several meetings which has happened in the national capital. There was meetings after meetings which was witnessed in the national capital, and yes, this was Mallikarjun Kharge, this was KC Venugopal, this was Rahul Gandhi also, among whom this particular topic or this particular issue was discussed. But the infighting continues and nothing has reached to conclusion. We broke it yesterday. Let me remind you that the camp has been divided. In Congress party, there are two camps at this point in time. One is in favor of Sachin Pilot, who are supporting Sachin Pilot. One is against Sachin Pilot, who are saying that Sachin Pilot should be sacked and the action should be taken. Whereas we have seen Randhawa also, who is in charge of Rajasthan from the AICC, from the Congress party. There, Randhawa also had made in the statement that the action will be taken. But as if till now, there is no conclusion, let me tell you. The latest what we do know is that now this is the senior leader of the Congress party, Kamal Nath, who is going to intervene into the matter, who is going to look into the matter, who is going to talk to Sachin Pilot to resolve the issue. But on the other hand, hand, let me also remind you that Sachin Pilot is very much adamant. He is very much here in the national capital. From last 2 days, we do understand that Sachin Pilot is not meeting any leadership of the Congress party. Rather, we can say that he has not been called, or rather Rahul Gandhi or Sonia Gandhi is not meeting. But this is to see, wait and watch.
So as Anuj is pointing out, obviously it's still looking like it's going to be a long time before the Congress is able to placate Sachin Pilot. They have now decided to involve Kamal Nath in talks with him. And in fact, we are now going to cut across to Assam, where the Prime Minister landed a short while ago. He was, of course, welcomed by the Assam Chief Minister, Himanta Biswa Sarma. There are a host of programs that the Prime Minister will be attending today. The first amongst them, of course, is the inauguration of AIIMS in Assam. Let's go across, in fact, to our correspondent on the ground, Aniruddha, as well as Meenakshi, both of the, I beg your pardon, as well as Rakshita, I think, who are bringing us the latest on this. To Aniruddha first. Aniruddha, the Prime Minister will be making his way to the AIIMS in a short while from now. So give us a sense of what's happening there.
Prime Minister has already left for the AIIMS from the Guwahati airport, and in a short while from now he will be dedicating the All India Institute of Medical Sciences Guwahati to the nation, and it is going to be a very historic moment for the entire country, because this is the first AIIMS in the northeast that is going to be inaugurated by the Prime Minister today. And in fact, talking about the AIIMS, this has been completed in a very record span of time, from 2017 till that. And apart from the AIIMS, there are also various other programs where the Prime Minister will be participating in. This also includes the inauguration and foundation stone laying of several projects worth more than 14,300 crore. He will be participating in the Platinum Jubilee celebration also, but the mega event is here where we are now standing. That is the Horu SSI Stadium, where more than 11,000 Bihu dancers will be performing in the presence of Prime Minister today. And the certificate of the Guinness World Record, which was created yesterday, will be handed over to the state government in presence of Prime Minister Modi today. It's a massive push as we talk about the various projects which are to be inaugurated by the Prime Minister today.